If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, representing the region's finest properties with exceptional skill, using the most innovative technologies available.
Down at your field side tonight as we get set for this matchup here at PRP with the head coach, Mark Clark of Hopkinsville. Coach, 2 games in your last 2 weeks. You've lost both games by 1 point. How do you keep the energy, the fire inside the locker room when you lose by that little?
Yeah, I think you just know it's obviously been a tough year. Played a super competitive schedule. And you just understand that, hey, this is our last opportunity. You know, it's for our seniors, we're going to send a lot of those guys out tonight. And for our underclassmen, it's a chance to build for next year's group. And so, like I said, it's a nice night in the fall. You don't get many of these opportunities, so you got to take advantage of them.
Coach, as a lot of coaches would say, that you learn more from losing games than you do from winning games. You guys have had a lot of losses this year, a lot of tough losses. When you look at this team, what have you learned from this team this year?
Yeah, unfortunately, we've probably done more learning than we care to. But, I mean, it's a resilient group. You know, for the most part, they're still showing up every day, going to work, trying to learn how to be better. And, you know, there's a lot of life lessons that you can take with you from that. And, you know, for us, we've just got to continue to put our best foot forward, especially against a super talented PRP team.
Coach, you guys don't bring over a lot of bodies, but you talked about your seniors. A couple of guys you want to talk about that really impressed you in the 4 years here?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think it obviously starts with our captain, Devin D.C. Coleman, who's, you know, he plays multiple positions for us, from linebacker to tight end. He's on almost every special team. Darius Green, who has been a really dynamic athlete for us. Irel Leak, who plays on the back end, has had, you know, he's been a 3-year starter, has, you know, contributed a ton. I mean, there's countless other guys that have come in and just stuck with it, and we wish we could have maybe sent them out on a better foot, but you know, tonight we got to kick this thing off at 7:30 and hopefully play our best game tonight.
You talked about PRP, and this will be your last game, not make playoffs this year. How's practice been this week, and then coming up here tonight, what has to do to get this job done? Yeah,
I think to the kids' credit, it's just been standard operating procedure. I mean, we haven't really kind of drawn outside the line, so to speak. We still come in and we still have our normal routines, and I think, you know, whether things are good or whether things are bad, you have to just be consistent, and then things end up working themselves out. And so, you know, we just remain steady, try to, you know, obviously you got to combat their speed and athleticism and their size up front in comparison to us. And so, you know, we've tried to put a game plan in for that. But, you know, at the end of the day, the kids got to come execute it at 7:30.
I have one more question. What are you trying to build on, not just this year, but what are you looking at for next season?
Yeah, I mean, I think for our kids, you know, obviously this is a team that traditionally in the past we have built throughout the season and progressively gotten better. You know, last year we were 2-4 in the first half, and then we were 4-2 in the second half of the season, and it's a build. But you know, for us, there's a lot of things we're young. You know, there's a lot of lessons that you have to learn on the fly, and so hopefully we can take those experiences and carry those over in the off season. We got to get bigger, we got to get faster, we got to get stronger, and hopefully we just got to get more football savvy, and that's what all these experiences throughout this season have led to.
Coach, thank you for your time. Best of luck tonight.
Thanks.
That's Mark Clark. We'll be back here in a moment to PRP for a presentation of Glycod's High School Friday Night Lights.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
You're struggling with something in school. Sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy Smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy Smokes!
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
Welcome you back here to Pleasure Ridge Park on this Friday night as we get set between the Panthers and the Tigers, getting set here for this final game of the regular season. Back in the press box here in Nicholsfield, I'm John Baldridge with Kellen Barnes. And Kellen, what are your breakdowns of this game and the keys that you look forward to that to get the job done for both teams?
All right, well, let's start with PRP since it's their senior night. They're doing a lot. It's a nice job bringing back a lot of memories. But PRP, they just need to line up, they need to execute, and they need to run the football. Every time they run the football consistently, it settles their whole offense down. Defensively, PRP needs to line up correctly. They need to tackle well, and they need to avoid the silly penalties, the offsides and the unsportsmanlike kind of penalties that are avoidable. You know, take care of their own side of the ball and just worry about themselves. For the Tigers on the other side, you know, they have some deficiencies up front that they have to mask with their speed on the outside. So for me, they have to get around the edge on the outside and really try to make some big plays on the outside with their sweep game on offense. On defense, I think they need to load up the box and force PRP to throw it over their head. You know, they're gonna have to play some man-to-man on the outside and really take some chances to stop this PRP run again.
Demetrion Page will come back tonight, the senior back who missed last week against St. X for Pleasure Ridge Park. He'll be back there with Dontre Richardson. They will not have tonight Malachi Blackburn, so 2 of the 3 backs active for this matchup in the final game of the year for the Panthers. Anthony Butler, who was down at halftime, and the reason why they shortened the first half of that game last week, one of the senior linebackers for this Pleasure Ridge Park team, is not active tonight, but good news is it was just a precautionary thing. He is healthy, back here with the team, going through the Senior Day celebrations in front of us. We got plenty more to come as we take a look into the PRP head coach next. And as always, tonight's keys to the game are presented by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. And our broadcast is authorized by Pleasure Ridge Park High School with the production rights owned by Glycar Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. We thank you all for listening here on Mixler on Glycar. We'll take a break. We have more to come in a moment as we catch up with Tommy Williams next here at Pleasure Ridge Park.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. You can visit one of our 4 Kentucky branch locations, 2 in Louisville, Bowling Green, and Owensboro.
I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Ace is more than a hardware store. It's where you turn for answers to all your questions. The Miller family of experts has 3 locations on Preston Highway in the Linview Shopping Center, Taylor Boulevard by Churchill Downs, and 26 and West Market Street. This week, get the Home Sturdy 18-gallon tote for $2.99. Ace fiberglass furnace filters, all sizes 99 cents. 5-pack of 30-gallon paper yard bags, $1.99. Get a 20-pound bag of Ace brand birdseed, just $4.99. Ace Hardware and the Miller family of hardware experts. We're in your neighborhood.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycon.
Down here catching up with the head coach of PRP in his 7th year, Tommy Williams. And Tommy, you just mentioned it. It's a beautiful night. We talked about last week you took on St. X. We don't really want to dive into that game. It was a struggle. It was a cold night there. It's 40 degrees. I was coming in tonight. It was about 75 on my dash. It's got to be nice to play some weather conditions like this.
Yeah, you got to be able to enjoy it when you have the opportunity. I'm sure next week won't be the same. Senior night tonight, we've got a chance to honor these guys that have been doing it for us for 4 years and hopefully send them off of this field, which will be our last game at this stadium before they dig it up and give us a new one on a high note.
Tommy, do want to dive into that game last week just for a second. When you go back in the locker room after the game and you're the head coach of this team, what do you tell the guys to keep their heads up and stay positive?
Yeah, it was a comedy of errors. We get to a situation where we come out of the half and we've got a play drawn up that we have a good feeling is going to be successful. We catch the ball and we fumble it on air. It's just one of those nights where everything goes wrong. We had to send a player off in an ambulance. Thankfully, he's healthy. No issue there. But yeah, I think the toll of the season just kind of got to us. We've been banged up, and, again, those are no excuses. But when you got to play a Manual team and a St. X team back-to-back, it just takes a little bit out of you. So time to hit the reset button and get ready going into the playoffs.
You just mentioned Anthony Butler. You will not have Page tonight with Richardson back there, but you will have Page. You won't have Blackburn back there. That's a positive note to get one of your backs back.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been that's who we are on offense. It's our MO. We're going to have to run the football and run it well. We're going to be able to share those carries a little bit. We've got a special carry that's going to kick off the game tonight, too, so we're looking forward to doing that, and hopefully we'll be able to get our ground game back and working.
We're looking forward to that. Final question for you. You get a team tonight that only brings over 19 guys. They've had their struggles with getting guys out there on the field this year. Come in and they have 1-8 on the year. When you look at this game, you want to take a win here, get back to 500, but you already know who you're going to play next week in Ballard. Is there maybe a note, say, if I get out to a big lead, maybe I'll sit some of my guys and get them rested for next week?
Well, we've got some seniors that need an opportunity, some guys that haven't been as involved over the course of the season, so we're going to see if those guys can help us contribute. We're always looking for depth. We don't necessarily have that at this time in the year, so hopefully we can find some guys that we didn't anticipate being able to play.
Coach, thanks for your time. Best of luck again tonight.
I appreciate it.
That's Tommy Williams. We'll be back here in a moment on Glidecott.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir, Coach. Thank you.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. You can visit one of our 4 Kentucky branch locations, 2 in Louisville, Bowling Green, and Owensboro.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Flycon on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Flycon.
Hi, I'm Sarah Neely. I'm the financial manager at Mill Ridge Farm. Whenever you transition financial institutions, there's a tremendous amount of paperwork involved. Traditional banks streamlined this paperwork, and they just made it very simple. Traditional Bank is a locally owned bank that allows us to operate on an international platform. They make my life better, they make my job easier, and they make Mill Ridge a better place.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Ace is more than a hardware store. It's where you turn for answers to all your questions. The Miller family of experts has 3 locations on Preston Highway in the Linview Shopping Center, Taylor Boulevard by Churchill Downs, and 26 and West Market Street. This week, get the Home Sturdy 18-gallon tote for $2.99. Ace fiberglass furnace filters, all sizes 99 cents. 5-pack of 30-gallon paper yard bags, $1.99. Get a 20-pound bag of Ace brand birdseed, just $4.99. Ace Hardware and the Miller family of hardware experts. We're in your neighborhood.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycon.
Welcome you back here to Nichols Field on this Friday night at Pleasure Ridge Park in the press box as we get set. About 3 minutes or so before we kick this thing off, Panthers making their way on the field, taking on this Hopkinsville team that makes their trip up here tonight. And it's a Hopkinsville school built back in the 1950s, over 1,000 kids, grades 9 to 12, and PRP built back in 1958, over 1,600 kids, a public school here in the Louisville area, the home of the Panthers. And Kellen, you being a guy who went to public school, the senior night festivities going on, this is a lot of fans making their way in here, and it's exciting for these, not just for these kids, but also for the parents to see their kids fight on game.
Well, sure, and a lot of these kids, this will be their last game, and it's just fun. It's just memories, I can remember my last game. It's a long time ago. But, this Hopkinsville team, they warmed up. You can tell they have pride in the program. They're disappointed that they're 1-8. But this is a proud program. I played them in semifinals when I was in high school. And so this is a proud program. PRP, they're excited here. They're fired up. Everybody's jumping around. It's a big night. It's good. It's going to be a fun game.
It's a Hopkinsville team that will not make the playoffs. They've lost their last 2 games we mentioned. Both games by 1 point, which eliminated them from their 4A playoff contention and a chance to make it into the state tournament for the Tigers. Meanwhile, as we mentioned, PRP will be on the road next week at Ballard for the first round of the 6A tournament there. And we talked about the keys of this game, breaking them down, but what does PRP not need to do to lose this? I think if you just run the ball well, play good defense, get back to the mojo they like to play, because they really struggled last week.
Well, you don't want to turnover. You don't want to have multiple turnovers and give Hopkinsville lots of extra chances. You obviously don't want them to score in the kicking game. So you got to control those things. Like you said, control the controllable, right? And don't look forward to next week and take a bad loss or have some bad momentum going into next week against Ballard. So, clear the brain from last week. St. X is St. X, whatever. And then move on and play Hopkinsville as hard and as physically as you can. Finish off on a strong note, and you'll go into the playoffs on a positive high note.
Kickoff is next. We'll be back in a moment for all that here on Glycon.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. From Glycon, it's IBEW Local 369 Louisville Football Friday. IBEW 369, power up your potential. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. State Farm Insurance agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. Allstate Insurance agent Thomas Allen. He puts you in good hands. Thomas Car Wash and Holy Smokes Barbecue. Now to the field for all the action from Glycon on IBEW Local 369 Louisville Football Friday.
is getting windy as we're about to set for kickoff here on this Friday night. We welcome you in once again to Pleasure Ridge Park High School as the Panthers up PRP getting set to take on the Hopkinsville Tigers, and a very special play they're going to run here to start this ball game on senior night. Jesse Wallen, one of the team managers out there in his wheelchair, going to get a run of play before we actually start this game, and it's going to be a touchdown, and just very special to see this, the stuff you might see on a senior night.
Yeah, it's fun. It gets everybody kind of involved, and it also reminds everybody what this is all about. You know, it's a game. It's supposed to build your confidence and help you become a better man in life.
A lot of seniors on this team. 18 PRP has as the fans cheer on Wallen as he's rolling in past the 40, and a very good sight. Tommy Williams talked about him, and we mentioned that in the pregame show. He said he's going to have a special treat for the ball game, and this is it right here as his whole team goes down to the end zone to cheer him on. And it's special sight to see here at PRP.
Yeah, the Hopkinsville guys are cheering him on too. You know, it just makes it you realize that what it's all about.
So a 50-yard play. Jesse Wallen, number 1 in the uniform tonight, runs it in to start this ball game. They will race that touchdown, but right now it's 6-0 as we'll restart this thing with 12 on the clock. And as we do so, look at some of the captains we mentioned in this matchup, and you're talking about PRP. It's led on their quarterback, Dayron Jones. And they get back a nice back tonight we talked about in the pregame show, Dimitri and Page, with Dante Richardson back there, who will be a big 1-2 punch and out of the backfield.
Yeah, you know, having Dayron Jones is just really he needs that running game to kind of settle him in and get him. You know, he loves the play action pass. He throws it very well off the play action pass. He's not the kid that you want to throw 50 times, but when he does throw it, he puts it on the money, and they are usually big plays because they're off play action.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about set to get this thing kicked off tonight as PRP making the way on the field. Their final home game on the year, they come in at 4-5. Meanwhile, Hopkinsville is 1-8 on the year, have lost their last 2 by 1 point. As we mentioned in the pregame show, they're led by their head coach, Mark Clark. In his second stint with Hopkinsville, he's 38-50 in his time there. Tommy Williams in his 7th season with PRP is 30-43. The Panthers have also lost their last 2. Panthers will kick it away from our angle point right to left with Sanchez as the PRP in their black jersey tonight with a white trim across the front of the back, black helmets, and white pants. Meanwhile, the opposite for Hopkinsville, they wear white jersey with black trim across the front of the back and black pants with black helmets. As Sanchez about to kick it away, and we're about to get this thing started on this Friday night. October 27th, 2023, and a whistle down before Sanchez boots it out of the back of the end zone.
Got a little bit excited there. I tell you what, I was going to say, with that wind, you might land off the track back there. He's got a heck of a leg. It's blowing. It's howling right now. Just looking at the people on the field, John, 23 DC for Hopkinsville. Ooh, he stands out. That is a fine-looking young man out there in the front line. 20. Ooh, Devin Coleman. Wow.
Talked about Devin Coleman in the pregame show with the head coach, Mark Clark of the Tigers. Also talked about another captain, Darius Green, one of the running backs. You'll see a lot of those two guys and a lot of those names tonight.
Yeah, we're going to keep a special eye on those guys as we see how big his leg is.
So a 5-yard penalty pushes it back to the 35 for the kickoff. So you'll see the same thing as they do in college, as this one's kicked back to the 5, taken back right side, and be tripped up inside the 10. Good job by that kickoff for defense there by PRP, and it will be a long way to go to start this ball game for the Tigers.
Well, John, you know, you never want to be backing up, making a catch on a kick. You know, you see college and pro guys doing it, but that's why they're in the NCAA and in pro. That's a really hard thing to do. I think you got to let that one go and try to take the touchback there.
So they're led by their quarterback, John Aiden King, 5'11", 165 junior. He's 52 for 112 on the year, and he'll start from his 9-yard line. 1st and 10, 7 seconds in. 2 out to the right, 1 to the left. Send a tight end in motion right to left, and taking the snap, throwing it left side's got a man over there, and a good job right to the ball was the defense and the cornerbacks for PRP, maybe a yard or 2.
Yeah, it was a great job hustling to the ball. They threw a hot little screen out there, Hopkinsville did, to the left, and PRP rallied quickly to the ball.
get them a gain of 1, 2nd and 9 to the 10-yard line. They're going to hurry up here, send 2 out to the left, 1 to the right again, running back next to the quarterback, and they're going to hand on a little draw left side, pushing forward, get some blocks from behind, maybe 3 or 4. Ball carrier there was Tristan Dillard, and it brings up 3rd and about 5.
Yeah, hard running there. Big hole at first, closed up quickly by the Panther defense there, but nice hole in the inside. You know, some nice zone blocking there by the Tigers, and a good hard run. You got 3rd and 3 here.
So give them actually 6 there. You mentioned 3rd and 3. They're going to go same set here, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. And they're going to go up the middle and pushing forward, and not much. Doesn't make it to the line to gain. He needed to get out to about the 19, make maybe a gain of 2 to the 18, and it brings up 4th and short.
Well, I don't know. I think you got to punt this, but 1 and 8. No playoffs. It looks like he's going to go here.
Artavius Moses, the 6-foot junior, was the ball carrier there. He got 2, needed 3, and as you mentioned, 4th and 1, and we'll see what the Tigers decide to do. And it looks like right now, Mark Clark's going to lead the offense on the field.
Well, yeah, like we talked about, 1 and 8, not a lot of things going right. It's time to take some chances.
Same set, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Moses next to the quarterback. They're going to hand to him. He's going to push forward, keeps his legs moving. It's going to be close. He didn't get much. Looks like he'll have just enough.
They're going to give it to him. He got right across. He got just to the line with the ball.
Moses has 38 carries coming into this matchup, 113 yards and a touchdown.
He's the big physical back, too.
And right there picks up the first down to the 20-yard line.
Like we said earlier in the game, they have a little bit of momentum because they made it to overtime.
Tigers moving it left to right. They'll send a man in motion, 2 out to the right, 2 to the left, and they're going to keep it on the ground with the quarterback. A little QB draw right side. He tried to get out to the edge, but a nice job by the defensive edge for PRP as King maybe gets 1 or 2.
Yeah, they were trying to loosen him up a little bit with the little speed option there, and PRP right on it, staying home, doing a great job.
2nd and 8 coming up to the 22-yard line.
Jerry King, number 4, made the play there. He was outstanding job on the edge, staying home, maintaining his leverage.
Different set here, 2 out to the left, nobody to the right. As a snap here to King, he's going to scramble out the left. He's going to throw, and it's incomplete, looking for his receiver. Short pass, and it brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, he was under pressure right away. It was a little sprint out look. They're trying to make it look like the option they ran before. But a little sprint out look, and he had pressure right in his face, and he just got rid of it to avoid the sack.
Aiden King, 7 touchdowns on 12 interceptions this year, and it's 3rd and 8.
Yeah, he's got to avoid the mistakes. Some of those big plays are because he makes some costly mistakes in earlier games.
He'll send 1 out to the left, 2 to the right here. King works from the shotgun, tight end to the left, little running back, and Moses next to quarterback. He'll take the snap, scramble, left side's got a man in the flat towards the sideline. That's going to be close. The first down sticks as he goes out of bounds towards the Tiger bench, and looks like he'll have enough for the chains and the first down movement.
Yeah, there's a big play at the end by number 29. That's John Hammond with the big stick on the sideline. But again, the motion kind of fooled PRP. They didn't move with it enough and quickly enough, and they got the ball in the flat, and there's a lot of open space there for the Tigers.
First down up to the 30-yard line, and second first down. All started this drive all the way back at their own 9 and have 21 yards already. 8:30 left here in this first quarter. 2 out to the right again, 1 to the left. And King takes the shotgun snap. The lefty has time in the pocket, throws left side, and overshoots his receiver around the 40-yard line, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, you know, he's just doing a one-on-one route there. They're trying to overload the Panthers over here to the right, and he just overthrew his receiver there. PRP is quite tight up in this coverage. Also, John, I don't think they respect the Tiger passing game. So the Tigers are going to have to get one over the top to loosen them up maybe.
King was looking there for the 5'11 sophomore, James Bradley, and it's 2nd and 10. King sending a man in motion, left to right. 2 receivers out to the right. And he'll take the snap, and he's going to hand it off going right side. It's a pass around the goes 50, and it's incomplete. A little misdirection. They handed it off and trying to throw it past the 50 inside PRP territory, and unable to hang on was Tristan K.
I tell you what, if Tristan K he fell onto the fake just a little too long. He was jogging like he was still run blocking, just a little too long. You need to take off and sprint, and your tailback, oh, it's so close, just right off his fingertips.
Malcolm McKee was the man who tried to hit him right there on the misdirection pass, and it brings up 3rd down and 10. 3rd and long back of the 30-yard line. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. King with the shotgun snap. Pressure comes throwing deep, looking over the middle of the field. It's got a man out there, and it's caught around 2 defenders inside PRP territory all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Well, Tristan K made it that time, didn't he? I told you they were up too tight.
And a late flag down as we'll check it, and we got holding on the offense to bring it all the way back as we check the flag with the first time at the official, John Bryan and his crew, and that will be a costly turn of events.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I was watching the pass. I'm sorry, because it was an unbelievable catch by Tristan K. But, in those kind of situations, it happens quite frequently. But I will say this. PRP will back up a few steps, won't they, John?
And that's got to bring some confidence back into PRP, but also got to know that the Tigers can play with them tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that was a heck of a catch. And Tristan K can really run out there. That guy's got some speed. So you're going to have to play him respectfully, and you're going to have to respect him. You can't just walk up on him because they only brought 30 guys over.
Under 8 here in this first quarter with the clock running. Back to the 20-yard line now, and it's 3rd and 20 upcoming. King barking out instructions, sends 1 each way. Now he'll send 2 out to the right, and he'll take the snap. Pressure coming, throwing left side, and it's incomplete. 2 defenders over there and looking for his receiver in K again, and it's 4th down.
Well, that time they had him double covered over and under, and there's just nowhere to go with the ball. John Aiden's got to go over here to the trip side.
So 2 back to receive here for the Panthers around their 50 with Robert Oates and Dontre Richardson. 7:39 left here in this first quarter as the Tigers back to kick it away inside their 10. And we got a whistle down before the punt, and we'll check the flag, see what the call is here. And it's going to be offsides. This one's going to be on Hopkinsville.
I believe PRP jumped. They're trying to block the punt.
So that'll make it 4th and 15 as they move the ball up to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, John, there's silly penalties again, just giving the other team a chance just at another shot.
As the punt is away, we'll one hop past the 50 down to the 45 and taken back here by Robert Oates. He's going to go left side past the 50 down to the 40. He's got a hold of the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown PRP. Panthers on the board first.
That was an unbelievable run by Robert Oates. He kind of fielded the ball off the ground. I thought he was going to drop it there for a second. I said, uh-oh, to myself. And then he took off up the middle. Then he scurried back to the left and around the corner for a touchdown.
Robert Oates, who struggled back in the Manual game, put a really good game together last week in the loss 55-0 to St. X. And the sophomore right there gets the Panthers on the board early, 6-0, with Sanchez coming on to put the point after. 7:24 left here in this first quarter of play. Thank you all for joining us here at Nichols Field tonight. And tuning in, the extra point is up and good, but we got a flag down first, and we'll check the penalty. This is going to be a offsides on the Tigers.
I think you put that on the kickoff there if you want to.
Very good return, and that's what you like to see. Build some confidence for Tommy Williams and Robert Oates in that punt team.
You can see a collective exhale over here on the sideline. Hopkinsville had that big pass over the top to Tristan K, and that kind of got their momentum going. And you can see PRP maybe tightening just a little bit, but after they return that, everybody just kind of exhaled over here. I bet we see some big plays and some free running.
When you go 48 minutes and don't score in one game, it's nice to get on the board first.
Oh, yeah, it's very nice. It's very relaxing. And, again, there's no reason to go for 2 here. Don't even take the chance. You got a good kicker, kick it through the uprights, take the 7 points, move on.
So they'll push it forward from the 3 to about the 1.5. And Victor Sanchez up His point is right through, and it's a 7-0 game with 7:24 left here as PRP jumps on the board first. We'll take a break. Be back in a moment here on Glycott.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycon.
Robert Oates with the punt return for a touchdown. 7:24 left here in the first quarter, and a 7-0 Panthers lead as Sanchez about to kick it away from the 40-yard line and taken back here left to right by the Tigers. They're out past the 20 to close the 25, and that's where the Hopkinsville offense will start. 1st and 10.
Much better return that time and much better tackling that time by PRP. Hopkinsville needs to go back to what they were doing at the beginning, a little mix of run and pass. They kind of got a little pass happy there toward the end of their last possession. Just get back to the running game, kind of grind it out, slow this game down, and stay in it.
What did you like you saw? You mentioned the run game. I thought the misdirection and what we saw, a couple of chances right there to get Kay involved on this offense for the Tigers. They had the talent to play with this PRP team.
Yeah, some of the guys do, but you have to mix those guys in, and you have to make sure you get them the right plays at the right time.
John King will take the snap. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. 3 out to the right. One line way out to the left, but they're going to keep it on the ground with Moses. He's going to push left side, and the big back lowers his shoulder and gets about 3 or 4.
That was a heck of a run because the linebacker there filled in the hole, and Moses just ran him about 5 yards up the field.
They will give him 5 up to the 26, and it's 2nd and 5 upcoming. And no huddle offense here for the Tigers.
Yeah, they're going to go a little bit faster, but I bet they get up there and look around for a little bit.
King sends a man in motion. He'll take the snap from the shotgun and throw left side. A screen over there, and it's incomplete. Trying to get his man out in the flat. Wasn't able to hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, he rushed that throw. He just threw it way too high for him. They're trying to hit it hot because PRP's backed up again. They're kind of playing like a cover 4 shell look, and they're just trying to get it to him hot so their guys can make a play.
3rd down, a big chance here for the Panthers to get off the field once again. We haven't seen the PRP offense yet after the punt return. We'll see if we see Dayron Jones, if they can get off here. But King going to take the snap from the 26-yard line. Moving it left to right. 3rd down and 5, takes the snap. Pressure comes, throws left side's got a man over there. Had to go up high and bring it in. Was able to catch it. And a nice reception to pick up the 1st down.
That was Tristan Kay again. That kid's a heck of a player.
Needed 5, got 7 all the way up around the 32-yard line. And that will move the sticks.
They might have to double team that guy. He's pretty good.
6:27 left here in this first quarter play. And back to the huddle very quickly go the Tigers. 2 out to the right, 1 to the left. John King calls out instructions, takes a snap from the gun, gonna dump a little run off to the left side, and that was a little pitch, and Moses didn't get much, maybe a yard or 2.
That was a here you take it, I'm about to get hit kind of pitch right there, John. I've been there before when I was a little kid. That was scary. PRP came flying in the backfield, and he just pitched it as quickly as he could to Moses.
It looked like he maybe was looking for a screen right side. Then he realized he just got to have to give it over to Moses.
Apparently they missed a block up front, and he had to get rid of it.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11 back to the 31. Shotgun snap again. King gonna throw, he's got his man, it's incomplete, not able to hang on to his big tight end left side, and it brings up 3rd down and long.
Well, yeah, again, they're just trying to hit PRP quick. I don't think they believe that they can block them for as long as they need to get the complex passing routes going. So they're just trying to make quick hitters out there in the flat and get some quick gains.
James Bradley was the target there. And it's a big 3rd down as the bell rings here at Pleasure Ridge. 2 out to the right, 1 to the left. King, the lefty's going to scramble left side. He's going to use his legs on 3rd down, and he'll have to go out of bounds. as their time ran out, pressure came, and it brings up 4th down after a pickup of 3.
Well, I mean, you know, you're close to midfield here. It's 4th and 7. Yeah, here comes the punting team. So they're going to punt it away again. This time I think we should we need to angle it toward a sideline or maybe even get it out of bounds.
So they'll punt it away again after a 4-yard run, and it's 4th and 7 as Oates back out there again to return with Richardson around the 38-yard line. Tigers going to kick it around their 25. A high boot. Not much hang time taken back at the 35, this time by Richardson. He's going to go right side, past the 50, down to the 45, down to the 48, late fag. As this one's down past the 30, close to 25. We'll check the yellow marker on the field.
Yeah, it was a hold. I mean, it might have been a blocking back, but it looked like he grabbed him and held him. It's going to come back. You're going to have 10 yards from there, so they'll probably be starting over there on their own 44, looks like.
5:15 left here in this first quarter, and we'll check what the flag is on the field as defense coming out for the Tigers. This is actually going to be on Hopkinsville, and we got now flags on both teams.
They're going to replay the down here. We had illegal formation on Hopkinsville, and then we had a block in the back on PRP. So we got to replay the down.
So from 4th and 7, they'll redo it. They'll bring the punt unit back out.
Hey, John, they almost got it out of bounds. Dontre Richardson was about a yard from the sideline when he caught it. They're angling it over there. Now the coverage has to sprint down. They're jogging. They got to sprint.
He has, you know, it's good punt, but there's been time to return. We'll see what happens here. They'll send Oates in a little bit. So back to receive is Richardson, and the kick is away. Taken by Richardson at the 45. He'll push forward close to midfield, get out to about the 49, and that's where the PRP offense will start with 5:06. We'll take a break. Panthers about to get it back with a 7-0 lead here on Glycon.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. You can visit one of our 4 Kentucky branch locations, 2 in Louisville, Bowling Green, and Owensboro.
Welcome back here. First play on 1st and 10 from the 47 is a run right side by the Panthers and out past midfield down about the 46-yard line of the Tigers. And a quick gain there on 1st down of 6, and it brings up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's a heck of a run. You know, I'm sure their offense is itching to get on the field. We're under 5 minutes and they haven't even gotten out on the field yet. But, you know, 7 yards, nice start. It's what they need to do all night. Just grind it out and get a lot of confidence back.
First snaps we've seen by this Panthers team already with a 7-0 lead, 4:30 left here in the first as they are moving it with Jones, their senior quarterback, right to left. They'll send 2 out to the right and a whistle down before the 2nd down play.
Well, they were going to give it to Richardson there again. John, you could hear the excitement in Coach Williams' voice when he was talking about getting Richardson back. Almost like, hey, here's my long-lost friend. Like, he came back. I get to give him the ball about 20 times tonight. So Richardson looks healthy. He looks fast. He's going to have a big one tonight.
That will move it forward as a penalty on the Tigers, and that will make it 1st down all the way up to the 40.
Again, 1 and 8, you can't have silly penalties, and I'm sure that's why 1 and 8 is happening.
Jones going to hand here to Richardson. He's got a hole on a little draw, try to push it out left side. He's going to be wrapped up from behind. It could have been a horse collar tackle. There was nothing called. Gets all the way to about the 37, ran about 15 yards to pick up 3, though.
Yeah, that was Macam McKee. He was holding on to the bottom of the jersey. So, again, you got to reach into the collar area to have the horse collar. It was close, so I'll agree with you, John.
A lot of good games going on in the state of Kentucky tonight. We'll dive into that during halftime in the post-game show, so stay with us for that one to keep an eye on. is your Male Bulldogs taking on Manual. 2nd down and 5 coming up. Jones going to throw, looking over there, and it's, should have been intercepted. He floated one over the middle, looking for Richardson and not able to hang on and pick it off was a Hopkinsville defensive back, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, you had Zach Moss and Tristan Kay right there fighting over it. I mean, it was a touchdown. It would have been 7-7. That's what we're talking about before the game, John. You can't have these silly errors. You know, Mr. Jones there, he just floated one over the middle to nobody. You got to be sure, and if you don't know, take off and run.
Deron Jones going to work after getting the ball back, but should have been interception. 3rd and 5. He's going to give to Richardson, and Trey Richardson's going to have the 1st down inside the 30, close to 25. Give him a gain of 8 down to the 33, to the 27, and that's a 1st down.
Now, I think Coach Williams may have crossed off a few plays because that one was pretty impressive. They used their size there, and they just kind of overpowered the Tiger defense there, and that was a giant hole for Richardson to run through.
1st and 10 coming up as they're going to send 3 out to the right here, 1 to the left, and Jones going to hand off again. This time it's John Hammond, the ball carrier, and the junior pushes inside the 25 down to the 23 and give him a gain about 5.
That was a very good run and good blocking, but you're letting kids slip through on the backside. Coach Williams is just going to be looking at this saying, guys, there's so many yards out there because we're just not being disciplined up front.
And you're seeing guys, as we mentioned a lot this year at PRP, same thing with Hopkinsville. They have guys that go both ways, and it's going to get some longer plays, time in between plays as we go later into this ball game. 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line. Send a man in motion right to left, and they're going to give it to him. Oh, they're going to fake it. Jones going to keep it. Dayron Jones got a hole inside the 10, close to the end zone, and he's in there. A 23-yard run on a little misdirection, and Dayron Jones makes it 13-0.
Yeah, everybody on the Tiger defense fell for that fake. I think I would have too, as well as Richardson, and the Panthers have been running the football. So Jones just pulled that ball out of there and stuck it all up into the end zone. Great run.
Dayron Jones, who's had a very impressive year, didn't play a single snap last year behind the helm, and this year as senior quarterback puts one in the end zone there with 2:17 left here in the first. The extra point is up by Sanchez and good, and it's a 14-0 game as PRP on top early here at home.
Well, you know, you look at that drive, PRP made one mistake, and that's where Hopkinsville has to make them pay. They didn't, and, PRP went back to what they should have been doing the whole time, which is turn around and hand it off. And Deron Jones had a great sleight of hand to fool the defense, and he snuck right up the inside and right up the middle of the field for a touchdown. Also, John, let's talk about the youth up front. You got some young guys up front for the Panthers. At left tackle, we're looking at number 62, who is Colton Lewis. He's a sophomore. And, some guys are getting some valuable experience for next year. I mean, he's a big old boy, but, he's a sophomore. So, you never – the old adage about sophomores, they become juniors, and you love them more when they're juniors. But, that's valuable experience.
And he's been a big piece of this offensive line this year. Also, another guy is Therick Gathright, who's now playing both sides of the ball, and he's going to be something they need to do very well next week, getting him against Ballard. Did not play both ways against Ballard in that first matchup as Sanchez kicks away here to the 20, returned by the Tigers, past the 30, close to the 35, and actually out past it, close to the 37, and that's where the offense will start. But having guys that can be able to be more adjustable, play both sides of football, and let that fatigue problem, it shouldn't be a problem now since you've been playing all year round.
It shouldn't, but, some guys have been, like you said, dinged up, and they couldn't play them both ways, so they played them on the side that they need them more, those kind of things. But in a program like PRP, you got 45, 50 guys at this time of the year, and you know what, John? Nobody's healthy. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's a little bit hurt, nicked up, so you just got to have to fight through it and try to win a game.
King back out there on first down, and he'll take the snap from the 39-yard line. He's going to keep it on the ground himself, push forward past the 40 to close to the 42-yard line, give him a gain of 3, and it's 2nd and 7.
Again, you're just having the read option there, and the right tackle actually blocked the read, but it was a good block. But they're just trying to do some misdirection to slow PRP down. PRP's flying to the ball all night long, so get ready for some screens and some more misdirection by Hopkinsville.
1:40 left here in this first quarter. If you're just joining us, the score 14-0 PRP. Hopkinsville has it, moving it. 2nd and 7, they're going to keep it on the ground. A high snap to King. He was able to hand off to Moses, and there wasn't much. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, big Tucker Roth. You know, he's a very good linebacker. I would not be surprised if he made some level of all-district, all-region team. Very good player. He made the tackle, carried him backward.
Got 1 yard, and you mentioned Roth. He was actually on my all-Glycod team that just came out this week. So I like what I've seen from Tucker Roth this year. Under a minute now, 3rd and 6.
He's a very good player. He's a very good player. I wish I had his size.
3 to the left, nobody to the right. Shotgun snap going to be taken here by King, but a timeout first with 50 seconds left here in this first quarter. We'll take a break. 14-0. Be back in a moment here on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. You can visit one of our 4 Kentucky branch locations, 2 in Louisville, Bowling Green, and Owensboro.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
3rd down and 6. Tigers trying to keep the drive going from the 44-yard line. 50 seconds left here in this first quarter, 14-0. Throwing, here's King's got his man left side, and it's complete up past the 50 to the 49, and that will move the Sticks to gain 8.
Well, the PRP has got to identify where Tristan K is. They're throwing him the ball every time. I'm sorry. Yep, that's Tristan K again. Got to identify him. Got to ID him.
They'll go no huddle here. 2 out to the left, and King going to take the snap, going to hand it off up the middle, and maybe a yard on 1st down.
That was very close. That was an ankle tackle, John. PRP is living dangerously up there with the blitzing and the stunting. They almost missed him there.
Moses was the ball carrier there, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. We'll take a break. As we head to the second, they'll flip sides. It's a 14-0 PRP lead here at home on senior night. You're listening to high school football in the state of Kentucky on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path.
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
2nd and 9 as we welcome you back here. Head to the second quarter in Louisville, Kentucky at Pleasure Ridge Park High School. 14-0 Panthers lead on top of the Hopkinsville Tigers. And John King going to throw. He's got a man complete down the left side, past the 16 to the 15 and inside the end zone. A 49-yard pitch and catch right there for a touchdown. And what a play it was.
John, what I tell you during the break, that guy's a star. That's Tristan K. He has been the best player tonight for Hopkinsville. And they went empty there, just threw him a quick screen, and he only had to beat one guy. He'd get a little shimmy shake down the sideline, and he was gone.
Missed tackles, too. I felt like he had a little separation right there, and once he got away, no one could catch up.
No, they spread him all the way from sideline to sideline, so it was one-on-one. Tristan, he's a good player. He's a little guy. He's 5'5", but you got to find out where that guy is every time.
Gavin Hartman, extra point is blocked. So after 9 seconds to play here in the second quarter, it's a 14-6 game as Hopkinsville gets on the board. PRP about to get it back next. We'll take a break. Be back in a moment here on Glycod.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
Tristan Kay in from 49 yards out on a little pitch and catch right there from John King. And the Hopkinsville offense is on the board. It's a 14-6 game now. 11:51 left here in this second quarter play. Back in the press box alongside Kellen Barnes. I'm John Baldridge as the Panthers about to receive it back, going left to right.
Well, you know, you can't make those kind of, they're going for an onside kick.
Harden's going to do an onside kick. It's going to be one-hopped and able to fall right on top of it. Good job by, it looks like Calvin Mitchell right there at the 50-yard line, and the freshman able to fall on it.
Yeah, that's you got to almost expect that from a team that's 1-8. That wouldn't have surprised either one of us. We talked about them taking a lot of chances even before the game. But, you know, they have to because PRP is just too physical up front for them. They have to eliminate the number of possessions that PRP can have.
So a good starting field position, too, right here at the 49 for the Panthers. Inside their own territory as they bring the offense out. And Dayron Jones will take the snap with 3 receivers out to the right here. Now one will run it off, so 2 out to the right, 1 to the left. And Richardson next to quarterback, and they're going to give to Richardson on first down, pushing inside Tiger territory, and picks up 7 all the way down to the 44-yard line, keeping his legs moving, and that's a good first down run.
Yeah, a real powerful run there by Richardson. A good way to finish the run off. Hopkinsville has to they got to bring their backsides when they tackle. They're doing a lot of grabbing and trying to throw people down. You got to tackle with your body, and you got to run your feet.
7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming up as Robert Oates going to come off here, one of the wide receivers for the Panthers. And Jones going to send this offense to the line of scrimmage. 2 out to the right, 1 to the left. And this time it's John Hammond next to quarterback. Jones going to throw. He's got a man out there, right side, looking for Richardson, and it wasn't able to be caught around the 10-yard line. Good one-on-one coverage, and I believe that was Tristan Kay.
Yeah, he's all over the field. He is the man of the night so far, although he got away with a little tug. I don't know if you saw that, John, but that jersey was pretty stretched out on the back there. That was a nice little tug, and he hit it from the referee. But, again, a good throw. You know, it's a very tough catch. It's very windy. According to those flags over there, it's pretty windy tonight. So, you know, you got to adjust the ball, and you know, you got to take those shots.
11:01 left here in the second. 3rd and 3 from the 44-yard line. Taking the snap is Jones. He's going to keep it on the ground. John Hammond's got a hole. Left side, past the 20, 15, 10, and he's pushed out of bounds inside the 5. And what a run there by the junior.
That was good hustle to catch him by William Alston, but a very big hole on the left side. And, again, you're seeing why Hopkinsville went for that onside kick. They're just not physical enough up front to handle the running game of the Panthers. That was a giant hole, John.
From the 44 all the way down to the 5, and what a run it was by John Hammond as he'll check out, and 1st and goal coming. 10:40 left here in the first half of play, 14-6. Panthers trying to go back up 2 scores. As they'll go up to the line of scrimmage with Jones, yelling out instructions. And he'll go under center for one of the first times we've seen all year and give to the big offensive lineman. That was Gathright.
It was Gathright. Wow.
And he got about 3 of the 5 he needed.
He made Refrigerator Perry look small there.
We already mentioned earlier, Theodore Gathright, the 6'4", 335-pound offensive lineman, plays both sides of the football now for this Panthers team and got all the way not to the 3, down to the 1. So a gain of 4, and it's 2nd and goal from there from the 1-yard line.
And I think he's going back up to where he's supposed to be. It's a good run by the big fella.
And they're going to go under center again. This time they're going to give to 76. That's Merriweather, and he's in for a touchdown. So getting the big boys involved inside the red zone. And right there, back up 2 scores go the Panthers, and it's 20-6.
You know, when I was in college, they called that the elephant formation, but a great run by the big guy. They tried to chop his legs down. He kind of stepped over him into the end zone there. And he lost his balance and fell down. But great run, good finish to the drive. You know, PRP's doing what they need to do to win this ballgame.
Quantrell Merriweather, 260, 6'2", offensive and defensive lineman. The senior gets in the end zone. The extra point is up and through by Sanchez. And it's a 21-6 game now with 9:46 left here in the second quarter. We'll take a break as the Tigers about to get it back. You're listening to high school football in Kentucky on Glycott.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
The big boys get into the end zone as Merriweather, Quantrell Merriweather makes it a 21-6 game, and the kickoff by Sanchez for the Panthers is out of bounds, and it will be...
No, it bounced off his chest. He just jerked it. He dropped it out of bounds. He tried to make the catch, but, you know, that wind is whipping the ball around out there, John. It's tough.
So they'll start at their 20-yard line, exactly where they would have started if it was a touchback. So with 9:42 left here in the first half, King and the offense back out there. You're taking the jacket off, you.
Yeah.
Adjusted to the weather tonight.
Well, you know, I get up here, I start talking, thinking football, I start getting a little sweat going. Got a little lather. Look for Hopkinsville just to keep trying to spread PRP out. You know, isolate them and take advantage of any kind of one-on-one with Tristan K.
Shotgun snap, one each way. King gonna hand on first downs, a little reverse, and this is going to go right side and have the first down past the 30 all the way close to 31, and that's going to move the sticks.
Well, that's what we talked about in the pregame. They have to get on the edges to have success. They're not going to run through PRP. They got to be on the edge. They got to be outside. They got to do everything on the edge.
That was Darius Green, one of the guys that Mark Clark, the head coach, talked about in his pregame comments. The senior, captain 5'7", 180 right there, picks up 11 on the first play of the drive. Now, from the 31, 1st and 10, 2 out to the left, 1 to the right, and King going to take a high snap and going to hand here, and not much room. Pushed back is Moses, and it's maybe a 1-yard pickup.
There's Tucker Roth again. Great fill. Unbelievable fill. He just stuck him right in the hole. Unbelievable. Great tackle.
Artavius Moses, a big dude. As we mentioned earlier, 207 pounds, 6 foot, doesn't get pushed back much, but right there wasn't much room to go.
Tucker Roth might push him back. He's a little bit bigger. He's a good looking linebacker, good looking running back. That was a good collision.
8:40 left in the second quarter. They're going to give to Moses again, and he's stopped in the backfield. A very good job by the interior defensive line for PRP, and it brings up 3rd and long.
Uh-oh, we got flags. And again, while they're discussing these flags, John, you know, Hopkinsville has success on the edge, you know, throwing the ball outside, you know, running the ball on the edges, and then two in a row up the middle here. It's hard to understand so much success on the outside. You got to go back to it.
It's 3rd and 10, but we'll check the flag. It was a late flag thrown. And we'll hear from John Bryan and his crew as it's going to be a dead ball personal foul, and this is going to go on the Panthers. And that's costly when you have third down and you've got out to a 2-score lead. You give them an easy first down if that happened to earn it.
Well, Coach Williams obviously not happy with that. But you got to keep your heads up. You got to make smart plays out there. You got to control your emotions. I don't care what's going on. You got to stay under control and remember what the name of the game is. It's winning on the scoreboard.
So all the way to the 45 after the 15-yard penalty, and they'll send 3 out to the left, nobody to the right, and King, the lefty's going to scramble left side, throws, and it should have been picked. Right there, jumping in front was Robert Oates, but wasn't able to bring it in, and it's only second down.
Well, yeah, John was throwing to number 19, Tremaine Clay, and he just, he stared him down. And it was a good route. It's a good route combination. They run some nice route combinations out there against this cover 3 by the Panthers, and he just held on to it way too long.
King had plenty of time, scrambled and tried to pass it down about the 40-yard line, a 20-yard pass, and Oates read it well, but just wasn't able to bring it in. And it's 2nd and 10 coming up. 3 out to the left side here from the 45, and a high snap again here to King. He's going to throw a wobbly pass as it gets deflected, and it brings up third down.
Yeah, they're trying to hit it hot there because they caught PRP in a blitz, but they knocked the pass down. You're going to see him do those quick passes, and then you're going to see him sprint out because John Aiden is not the tallest of young men, but he's pretty quick out there on the edge, so they like to sprint out with him to give him the run-pass option.
7:57 left here in this first quarter. 21-6 PRP. 3rd and 10 from the 45-yard line. Tigers moving on their own side of the field. Need to get down to the PRP 45. They'll send 1 receiver out to the right, 2 to the left. King takes a shotgun snap. Pressure comes, throwing left side, and it's incomplete, and it's 4th down.
Well, he had a wide open receiver that he didn't throw it to, and the one that was open fell down on the cut. So a little bit unfortunate there, but I think we're going to see them go for it since we're by midfield. Yeah.
We saw them go for it earlier.
That was way
pushed
back.
way back.
That's way back there.
On the first drive of the ball game.
That scared me a little bit.
4th and 10 here with 7:52 left in the first half. 3 out to the left, and we got a man who gets back. Looks like a PRP guy jumped off sides. No whistle, though.
His helmet did not break the plane of the ball, so he's in good shape there.
King takes a high snap. It's a bad snap again, and he's going to just punt it, and it rolls past the 50, but not much. That was I want to say a late decision, decide to kick it as it rolls past down to the 48, but only a 7-yard punt.
I think they had a quick kick set up there, the old-fashioned quick kick where you snap it to the quarterback and he just pooches it down there, but it was a bad snap, and so there's not a whole lot of blocking up front. So
we're seeing a lot of bad snaps by the Tigers early. Is that something that can be adjusted?
I mean, you can go over on the sideline and practice a little bit, but, you're 1-8. And you're 4 hours from home, so there's not many guys over there on the bench that are going to come in and snap it any better. It's just you got to have to deal with it and take the experience and move on to next year and try to get better.
Only give them a 6-yard punch to the 49-yard line, so it's 1st and 10 Panthers on their own side of the field. They got a
movement.
Running back next to quarterback, but a whistle down before the 1st and 10 play, and this is going to be a false start on the offense.
There's those silly penalties again. It probably won't hurt them tonight, but against a Ballard and against the big boys in the 6A playoffs, you just can't do this. You can't afford to get off schedule in the chains and get behind the chains. It's not going to work out.
1st and 15. As PRP will take on Ballard next week in the first round of the state tournament. And Jones going to hand it off here left side as that's moving forward. There is Deshaun Jarrett. His first carry tonight gets inside Tiger territory, close to 45 for a gain about 6.
A little trickeration there. They had a tight formation. They got some motion going toward and then some air motion going back and then underneath handoff to Jarrett there. He looked pretty quick there. First time I believe we've seen number 3 tonight.
We'll see a lot of Jarrett. First time here in PRP this year. Lilian Melving, you mentioned Dontre Richardson. We talked about Demetrion Page is not in this ball game tonight. And you also see a lot of Malachi Blackburn. Pushing forward is Richardson here. He's got a hole, broke it left, back out to the right, and he's going to have the first down past the 40 down to the 37.
Again, let's credit William Austin with a very good open field one-on-one tackle, but a lot of great moves there by Richardson. He went right, shook it, went back left, went right, went left, and then ended up over on the left side. He's a very good, quick jitterbug kind of back.
First and 10 to the 37 with 6:40 left here in this first half. Panthers trying to go up 3 scores, already up 21-6. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Jones from the shotgun. As they're going to hand here, blitz comes as he's going to dump it off right side, and not much room pushed in the backfield. It was a good read there by the Tiger defense. The reception made by Jerry King, but a loss of 2 or 3.
Well, Duran, he's a little nervous, I think, because he almost threw that pick 6 against the Tigers. He's kind of staring down his receivers and making sure they're open before he throws it. He's got to trust himself, trust the play call, and read the coverage and throw it where it needs to be thrown.
Loss of 4 back to the 41-yard line, and it's 2nd and 14.
Well, and also credit Hopkinsville. They're playing hard over there. They're running around. They're a little bit outmanned. Everybody's playing both ways, but they're hustling.
Jones from the shotgun has Jarrett lined up to the left all alone. They're going to keep it on the ground, though, with Melvin. He was going right to left and gets the reverse and tries to push it out towards the Tigers sideline as he's round out of bounds. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. We'll check a flag down on the play.
Yeah, he reached out, the left tackle there. We were talking about the youth. He reached out. He just reached out, and he didn't move his feet fast enough to get around the edge. And he held on to him just a touch too long.
So holding on the offense, that will make it 2nd and very long upcoming here for the Panthers.
John, those are those kind of penalties you just can't have. Even if you are overpowering a team, you just can't have them. I mean, look, you're going to be, 2nd and 25? 2nd and 25? Oh, they declined it, so it's going to be 3rd down and 11 now. But, those are the kind of things that they ruin drives, put you in a hole, and the referees are now looking for it every time.
So 3rd down and 11. Need to get down to about the 27 from the 38 right now. Shotgun snap, screen right side to Melvin on the Jones pass. He's going to break a couple tackles, run inside the 25, past the 20, down to the 15, inside the red zone. And a nice quick pitch and catch right there. And it looks like we have another flag down, and this is going to be holding on the offense and bring it back.
Come on. That was a great move there on the edge to get free. Man, it's just got to keep their hands inside the shoulder pads. It's hard. It's really hard because there's a lot of athletic guys out there, John. You just got to keep your hands in, and if they get outside, you just got to let them go. I know you don't feel like you can, but you got to let them go.
That was Caleb Anderson who's called for the hold, and he's not happy talking to the head official here about it. But it brings up 3rd down and long again for the Panthers. 5:07 left here in this first half.
Feels like 1 step forward, 2 steps back, right?
Getting pushed back with a 21-6 lead, and this has got to build confidence for the Tigers staying in the ball game because of penalties right now.
Yeah, and it's dangerous here. If you don't get this, you're probably gonna have to punt because you don't want to give them any momentum getting close to halftime.
Trips out to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun snap. Jones, pressure comes, throws over the middle, looking for Yarbrough, and it's incomplete. Had him right around the sticks, the 27, but wasn't able to hang on to a pass that was thrown a little bit behind him, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, again, he just double clutched there, didn't he, John? He's in that pocket. He saw him, and you just got to let it go. You got to trust it, be free with it. And he's not comfortable with something back there tonight, and so here we go. Punt team out. This is the right call. You got to pin him back, make sure, and you never know. You might get a turnover here and get a quick score here right before the half.
2 back to receive for the Tigers. Deshaun Jarrett will punt it away at his own 45 for the Panthers, and it's a high boot, low hang time, though. Going to bounce down around inside the 20, and will hit at the 16 and stop there, and that's where the offense will start for this Tigers team with 4:36 left, and they're going to get it back down 2 scores.
Yeah, you got to look for Tristan K. I think the Tigers have to go back to spreading it out. They have had a lot of success hitting it quick, spreading them out, go over the top. Anything on the edges and outside is really good for the Tigers. Middle has not been so good, has it? And for PRP on defense, you just got to keep them in front of you and get them on the ground, and then get the ball back, get a little bit of confidence in your offense and get another score on the board before halftime.
Offense coming out here, moving it to start this drive right to left. And their white jersey tonight, black jersey for PRP. 4:36 left in this first half of play in a 21-6 game as King and the offense back out there. Sends a man in motion, left to right. He's going to throw, looking for K, and he's incomplete. K was wide open, broke past his defender, Robert Oates, at the 45, and if he hung on, he maybe walked in the end zone, but just overshot him just by hair.
And you know what, John? Look where that wind's blowing, straight behind him. The wind just pushed it a little too much. That was an unbelievable play and a throw. I thought he had it.
It's a Tristan K, who came into the ball game with 52 carries for 52 receptions for 334 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, this kid, he's an unbelievable player. He's running free through the secondary.
He's had an incredible year for a 1-8 football team. High snap again. They're going to give this time on the ground, go right side with it and have the first down. Good blockers out there, and that was Leak, who will move the sticks.
Darius Green. It was 3. It was the Darius Green. He's a very good runner. But, John, anytime you have to double cover a receiver, that leaves 9 people on 10 over there playing against the run. So it's gonna be a tough job because you can see the safeties moving over here toward Tristan K.
12-yard carry there all the way to the 28-yard line. Second time today, Green's got it. As they'll work 1st and 10. King going to take the snap from the gun. He's going to hand this time again to Green. He's going to go right side again and run outside to the Tigers bench, and he'll have give him about 6 on first down.
Coach Clark is seeing what I saw about being outside and on the edges. I mean, they've been nothing inside, and that's great, And then every now and then you got to come back in and keep them honest, but you got to stay on the edges where you're having success.
2nd and 4 coming here from the 34-yard line. 3:37 left here in this first half. 21-6. 1 each way. King going to send a man in motion left to right. Barks out instructions. A running back to his hip. And he's going to hand this time. It is Green, and Green pushed back this time. Maybe a loss of 1. And a good job of the defense and interior for PRP.
It was a great job. It was a great job shedding blocks. But again, they're forcing the ball back inside. I think you can play action past that. I hate to double guess a guy who's had to go through a 1-8 season, but he's having a lot of success on the edges. They need to stay out there.
Jesse Patterson, the sophomore linebacker, was back there in a hurry.
Oh, yeah. Anytime they run inside, PRP's shedding those blocks so fast that there's just nothing there.
Under 3 we run here in this first half at Pleasure Ridge Park tonight. Empty backfield. 5 receivers in, and they're going to throw, and it's looking for his man in King right side, and it's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, and we have yet to see a punt team come on.
Target there was Darius Green again, and they're going to leave the offense on the field at their own 32. The 4th and 6 coming here.
I think we're going to get that sprint out action over this way because he's left-handed. So
nobody to the right, 3 to the left.
Oh,
he took a knee. It was a high snap. And John Aiden King took a knee. So the Panthers will take over in great field position.
You know what, John? I think that was supposed to be that quick kick again with the quarterback. And they were in the backfield so fast he just had to take a knee. Because I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, shotgun snap, took a knee on 4th and 6. And that's something you won't see, hopefully, the rest of your life. But right there, that's something I've never seen before.
But, we always talked about as coaches, like, if we're going to punt, let's just use the punt team. There's no reason to try to trick them with a quick kick.
We haven't seen, besides the 6-yard punt that King had, I don't know how well the punt unit is for this Tigers team.
Well, they did a good job. They pinned him down there the last time. So
1 each way. They're going to keep it on the ground here where Richardson goes up the middle, has close to first down. We'll have it as he picks up 12 inside the 15, and that will move the sticks.
Well, a little slumping of the shoulders over there by the Tigers. And PRP took advantage, running the ball right at them with power.
1st and 10 coming here from the 15 with 2:15 left here in this first half. Jones works his team back in the line of scrimmage. Daron Jones going to send receiver each way and work from the gun in the I formation. Fake a handoff to Richardson, looking, and he throws, and it's incomplete, trying to get his man right around the end zone. That was Deshaun Jarrett. Good coverage, and it's second down.
He held on to, again, he just held on to it too long. He didn't need to roll all the way out there. He's not feeling comfortable tonight, because the last time we were out here against North Arden, he was feeling very comfortable, laying the ball right in there. He came right out of that play faking that boot. He should have just laid it right out in front of his receiver, and instead he held on to it, and he took a hit too.
And he's had time. I mean, you got to say the offensive line is really impressed what I've seen in the first 20 minutes from PRP.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's doing a good job. He's just not comfortable. He's not seeing it tonight. So he's just got to take a deep breath at halftime and come back out and make some better decisions in the second half.
Still trying to get up 3 scores from the 15 of the Tigers. They're going to go up the gun on second down, pushing forward, close to the end zone. Got it. And has it is Dontre Richardson. A touchdown. Panthers 15 yards out, right up the gut. And it's a 27-6 game.
You know, it's incredible, John. You know, we have 2 plays by two dropped interceptions by Hopkinsville that could have kept them in this game a little bit longer. You're seeing a little bit of the slump, and also they're getting really tired over there. Everybody's going both ways. So, but great job by PRP taking advantage of the situation and overpowering them and using their strength, running the football up the middle.
Victor Sanchez on to put the extra point through. The kick is right down Broadway. He's 4-4 on the night, and it's a 28-6 game with 1:47 left. And if you're this Hopkinsville team, you take the 4-hour bus trip, as you talked about, up here to Louisville tonight onto the south side to play this football game, your last game of the year. You have a lot of seniors on this team. What do you do in the next 1:47 and also in halftime to try to come back and win this thing tonight?
Well, you know, you play for the guys that are wearing that Hoptown jersey. You know, there's a lot of pride in Hopkinsville with this program, and it's been there for a long time. You go out there, you play, you have fun. You remember how much fun football is. You hit, you run, you tackle, you catch the ball, and just go have fun. You know, it's the greatest game in the world. And if you can't have fun doing it, then you shouldn't do it. But, you know, those guys, that's what Coach Clark, I'm sure, is going to talk about at halftime. Let's go out and just have fun, you know, see what we can do. And just remember how much fun it was when you were a little kid and pour it all out on the field.
In Louisville, Kentucky, alongside Kellen Barnes, I'm John Baldridge. 28-6. Victor Sanchez will kick it away. Left to right and back to receive are the Tigers, needing a score to stay in this ball game in the first half. And the punt and the kick is taken at the 20, out past the 25, close to the 30, past the 40 to the 50, cross midfield, down to the 40, and runs out of bounds to the Tigers sideline inside the 40. And I would say it was Tristan Kay.
He's the man. That guy's awesome. He's a mighty mite, but he is awesome. He ran in the middle of everybody. He disappeared in there, and then he popped out, and he almost went up the sideline for a touchdown. That guy's awesome.
Well, Tristan Kay has 6 touchdowns on the year, 2 running, 2 catching, and also has a kickoff return, so he can do it all. And right there sets the Tigers up in great field position, not past the 40, but to the 41-yard line with 1:36 left in the offense coming back out here with King.
I would imagine they're going to do something to let him take a breather for a second. But he's just about all their offense so far tonight, and also on defense. He just got a pass broken up by his teammate on the interception.
Well, he's lined up to the right, 1 each way. They'll send a tight end in motion left to right, and they're going to keep it on the ground here with Green, and he's going to push forward inside the 40 down to the 34 and give him a gain of 7.
You know, and that play's been there, that little off tackle, you know, off the edge play. Not straight ahead, but kind of at an angle, and the Tigers need to keep hitting that. Mr. Green here, he's a very good, dynamic running back. He's very electric with his cuts. But again, PRP, just make them go the distance, be patient. You know, they haven't been able to do it so far. They had the one big play to K, but they haven't been able to go the distance.
You got to hurry up, though, a little bit here. Already under a minute in this first half of play. 1 receiver each way again. King going to take the shotgun snap, fake it to Green's throwing. He's got K, and he goes over the top and brings it in across the middle of the field. What a reception down inside the 20, and he went up high to get that one. Wow.
What an athlete. John, he out-jumped a guy that was 4, 5, 6 inches taller than him right there. I tell you what, that's heart and attitude, but that's also a lot of God's gifts. So this dude's an awesome player.
Not every day you see a guy 5'5" jump up that high and bring one home.
That was awesome.
To the 17, 30 seconds left. Back in the line of scrimmage. 2 out to the right. 2 to the left, nobody to the right. They're going to keep it on the ground with Green. He's going to go right side and run inside the 15 with 20 seconds left, and a timeout will be used here with 19.7 left by Hopkinsville.
Well, I would say during this timeout, PRP needs to identify number 16. If he's out in the formation, if he's out to the left, they're going to probably run him back in on a post or across the middle. So there's a couple of different ways that you can play that, but you need to identify a 16, and you need to identify a 3 because they might be setting you up for a screen to Mr. Green.
This is a very big drive, too, because if you think about it, PRP gets the ball to start the second half, so you want to find a way to fight back, and you need points right here.
Yeah, and you can see PRP. They got their hands on their hips. They're both teams are playing a lot of guys both ways. And so you have to suck it up here. You have to finish off a very good, solid first half by PRP. Hopkinsville's taking some shots, Remember, we had the long play on the first drive that got called back by a hold. So, they've absorbed a lot of what the Tigers have been able to do and also put 28 points on the board like they should have. So, finish off with a great first half. Don't give up a goofy one here and go in with a lot of momentum.
They'll give Darius Green 4 after first down carry, 2nd and 6 with 19 seconds left. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. King going to take the snap, throws across the middle. It's incomplete, looking there for his intended target inside the 5, and it's 3rd down cup coming.
Yeah, they did a little throwback. It wasn't a screen, but it was a rollout, and he's going to throw it back because everything's been to the front side so far, and that was like their little counter pass play. But he just overthrew him.
15.3 left. 3rd and 6, need to get to the 7 from the 13-yard line. King in the offense looking towards the sideline, getting the play here from Mark Clark, and the head coach of this Hopkinsville team.
Well, I think obviously we're going to be throwing the ball here. But what they're going to throw is it's going to be a fade here to K.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun snap. Clark going to look left side, looking for K. One-on-one coverage, and overshoots him again, and it's 4th down.
Yes, it was good. It was a good coverage, and the ball was a little bit long. You see some people down there doing the uncatchable. Not a rule in high school.
So down to 9.4 in this first half of play, and they're going to leave the offensive field. And we actually are going to be joined by Nick Waddell, the athletic director of PRP at halftime. Okay. Talk about the seniors on this roster. Talk about also the winter sports coming up. Stay with us for that. We'll also dive into some scores around the state of Kentucky on this Friday night. But right here, you got to get points. I mean, you're in a game where PRP gets the ball, starts second half. Don't know how many timeouts you have exactly left, but you got to find a way to get out of bounds, no timeouts, and get one in the end zone.
Yeah, this is their last chance. You could see by K split there. He's in there tight. He's going to get a little fade action. But, a good coverage there by PRP. You can't stay off of him. You got to get up on him a little bit and take advantage of his slight size and keep him off. Got to keep him on the ground, obviously. Kick and jump. Oh, they're going to kick it.
They're going to, yes, they are going to try a long field goal here. This one's going to be from about.
This is dangerous because they got the extra point blocked.
From about 35 yards. Snaps down. It's going to be a fake throwing it here. Looking for Moses, and it's incomplete. The intended target was Artavius Moses on John Aiden King, who's also the holder, and the quarterback tried to throw it right there. Was not able to bring one in around the 5 and gives it back to PRP with 5 seconds left.
It's almost like Moses wasn't looking for the ball. He was the only receiver in the route, and he just wasn't looking for the ball. It hit him almost in the head. I think you're going to see a knee here by PRP.
So Jones and the offense will come back out from their 13-yard line after the fourth down trickery play right there that didn't work for the Tigers. 28-6. We'll see if the Panthers just take it to the locker room.
Maybe they might run one. I mean, if you break it, I'd hand it off. I'm definitely not throwing, but if you're going to hand off, that's fine.
So Jones is going to work from the shotgun, two receivers each way, and he's going to throw deep right side, looking for Christian Yarbrough, and he'll bring it in. What a reception at the 43, a gain of 30, and that will be the end of the first half. Excuse me, it wasn't Yarbrough. Number 82, not number 12, and that was Jaden Hammond, the freshman receiver, is going to take the PRP offense. Very excited in the locker room, and a very good first 24 minutes it was.
Yeah, you know, PRP did what they needed to do. They came in and they overpowered the 1-8 Hopkinsville Tigers. You know, they ran the ball well. You know, we could do with a few fewer penalties and silly mistakes, but overall it was a very good first half, like we talked about right before the last possession there. Just take a good first half, finish off the great first half, get in the locker room, get settled, finish this game off, and get on to Ballard in the playoffs.
We'll take a break. 28-6 at halftime here at Pleasure Ridge Park tonight with the Panthers on top of the Hopkinsville Tigers. We'll be back here. You're listening to high school football in the state of Kentucky on Glycott.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, we'd like to recognize...
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name is Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
You're struggling with something in school. Sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast.
Easier.
You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tinsley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Back here at Nichols Field tonight as a halftime score of 28-6 with the Pleasure Ridge Panthers on top of the Hopkinsville Tigers here in the final game of Nichols Field, and alongside the athletic director, Nick Waddell, of this Pleasure Ridge Park High School. And Nick, you talk about all the memories you guys had on this field, and it's got to be nice to be able to build a new one, building a new turf, building a new press box here. But some of the memories you look back and some of the great times you've had here at this old stadium.
Yeah, I remember when I was a junior, we won our first ever playoff game here on this field. We beat D-Sales in a mud storm. It stormed, and we turned around and beat them, and it was our school's first ever playoff game. And then we won a couple playoff games after that. But, yeah, it was a lot of great memories. There were a lot of great athletes played out on this field. A lot of great athletes, not just football, but, you know, soccer players and band members, and a lot of just this. It's really important to the community in the school. But the renovation is so much needed. It's long overdue, and we're grateful that JCPS is going to come in and help us build this.
What is the renovation going to look like when people come back into this stadium next year?
It's going to be about, I would say, about a 4,000-seat stadium total with the visiting side. The home side is going to seat about 3,000 people. We haven't really picked out. We picked out some of the color designs and schemes. Underneath the stadium will probably be where the concessions and restrooms are. So there's going to be some different dynamics of when you come in. The turf field's going to be the same company that did Louisville's field, and it's beautiful. The stadium's going to be. It's just going to be beautiful. Can't wait.
When you talk about this team, though, Tommy Williams, 7th year here, and we talked to you back at Ballard when you started this year, week 3 of the season. You lost Santana Creighton in that game. You battled some injuries this year. Got to the game under 500. You lost your last 2, but you know you're going to play Ballard next week. Another chance to get back against them. Chance tonight to get back over 500. Being the athletic director, seeing this program every single day, what have you liked from this team this year?
Well, you know, they're playing hard and they're staying positive. You know, and the last couple of weeks have been a little tough with injuries, and we're playing some really good teams. I mean, we have the toughest schedule in the state of Kentucky.
Yeah.
And, you know, you have to stay positive, because if you don't stay positive and find good things about what's happened in those last 2 losses, then, you know, you lose your season. So tonight gives us an opportunity to kind of bounce back, have some positive heading into the playoffs, because we believe we can compete with Ballard and go out there and just play the best we can and have a chance to win. That's all we can ask for.
You talk about some of these seniors, over 15 seniors on this roster. It's a very senior-driven ball club. You're around these guys I talked about every single day. What can you take away from these guys, not just on the field, but also in the classroom?
You know, most of them are leaders in the hallways, in the classroom. They're really good kids. A lot of them have a good head on their shoulders. They're going to college. You know, whether they play football or not, they have a plan for when they graduate, and that's one thing our school strives to do, is have everybody have a plan, whether they're going into the workforce or they're going to go to college. But I think every single one of them have a really good plan ahead of them, and they have a really good chance, you know, at life after high school.
Finally, we'll be diving into the Glycod basketball season here soon. I know you guys are prepping for that in your winter sports. How's the winter sports looking here at PRP?
Well, the bowling team is already out they're already out rolling, so they're probably going to be one of the best teams in the state of Kentucky again. Both boys and girls, they do a fantastic job. Boys and girls basketball will be competitive this year. The boys have lost a lot of seniors last year, so we got a lot of questions to answer. We're going to be guard heavy. We're going to be fast. We always play great defense. We're going to have to score a lot of points, because it's just going to be we're going to be small, and that's what we haven't been in the last couple of years. But the girls basketball team, we expect to be in that region finals this year, or at least competing for the region finals this year. This is the best girls team we've had in a long time, and we're really excited about the girls basketball team this season.
Coach, Nick, I'm looking forward to the basketball season here soon. Thank you very much for joining us. I know you have a lot of stuff going on game night. We appreciate you coming up to the press box and talking with us.
Thank you. I appreciate all you do.
That's Nick Waddell. It's very kind for him to give us some time here at halftime. We'll come back. Me and Kel will take a look at this first half and take some scores around high school football on this Friday night, the final game of the 2023 regular season here in the state of Kentucky. We'll be back in a moment here on Glide Cup.
(1965) male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity. It's about the best I can put it.
The cost of school is free, actually. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training. So you're getting paid to do your job.
You can start off with absolutely no knowledge, and they're going to give you the tools and a foundation to build up from there.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable, and they care about actually making sure you understand the information that they're presenting to you.
So I know that when I go to motor control, Wayne he's passionate about motor control, and he wants you to get it.
But it's really not like school. It's they're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field. So you're able to implement what you're learning almost on the fly. And sometimes you're learning more things in the field. By the time you get into the classroom, it's like, oh, I already know this.
They break the class down into smaller groups on your class day.
If you need help, you can easily look at whoever's sitting next to you and ask them for help. You know, everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This is an organization of brothers and sisters all working together to accomplish a common goal. We work together in the field, and then we become friends on the outside, and it's almost like a family organization at that point.
Nobody I've ever worked with has referred to this job as a job. I went from a job to a life-changing career. So coming out of the apprenticeship program, you can go into a variety of directions with your work. You can become a foreman. You can do motor controls at a manufacturing facility. You can specialize in fire alarm.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
So if you're the kind of person that likes to think things through or see how things work on the inside.
Someone that's detail-oriented, motivated.
I've always seen myself as a hands-on person. Being in an apprenticeship, I'm getting my associate's degree, doing electrical, and being able to do something hands-on.
If you like to build things, this is the place.
It requires you to grow up. Be accountable for yourself because, yeah, they're going to lay out tools to help you be successful, but it's up to you to, grab those tools and build yourself.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycon.
Halftime here at Pleasure Ridge Park tonight with the Panthers on top 28-6. And Kellen, what was your intake on the first half?
Well, for PRP defensively, we got to identify number 16 on the Tigers. That he's having a heck of a game. He looks like a superstar, and he is. But you got to identify him, and you got to move your coverage toward him, and you got to hustle around him. You got to put bodies around him. and you got to take that guy away from Hopkinsville. Secondly, on offense, I think you got to just keep running the ball. Deron Jones has not looked comfortable in the pocket. I don't know if it's the wind or he's just having a bad night, but he doesn't look comfortable in the pocket. So just number 7 here, Dontre Richardson has looked outstanding. He's been the superstar for the Panthers on offense. Just keep handing him the ball. Let your big offensive line wear out the Tigers and get to the Ballard game next week.
As you mentioned, this will be the final game for this Hopkinsville team this year, 1-8 coming in, as PRP will head on the road next week to take on the Bruins of Ballard. It'll be a 7 o'clock game there on the road at the first round of the playoffs. Some scores around high school football tonight. Male on top of Manual, 27-7. That is at halftime. St. X on the road at Bowling Green and Kevin Walls' old squad as the Tigers on top, 14-10 there. Eastern and Dunbar knotted at 21 with 6 minutes left there in the second quarter. Cow with a 14-0 lead on top of Fern Creek at halftime. Atherton 18-7 over top of Shelby County on the road. 11 minutes to play there in the second quarter. Ballard and Woodford County right now. Woodford County in the second quarter with a 21-20 lead there. And Holy Cross on top of Butler at home, 20-0 with 1:50 left there.
The Ballard score in the second quarter doesn't surprise me. Woodford County is a heck of a program. They're very well coached. I got to do a couple games with Chris out there in Lexington to watch them play. They are very well coached.
A big game also tonight, I believe we have here on Glyke. I'll try to get a score on it. Frederick Douglass had a big match tonight, taking on an undefeated team. Don't remember exactly who they were playing, but I know Chris had he lives right around Frederick Douglass, and that's a good game there tonight. And really, your old school Manual, they are really putting the number on Manual tonight.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Some of my old chromies, as you guys know, I coached at Manual for 8 years, but some unfortunate injuries that were unforeseen for the Manual secondary, and I think they're getting taken advantage of with the youth back there. But the Bulldogs are loaded this year. Can they finish is the question that everyone's going to ask.
About to kick off this second half. Thank you all for joining in. I know everybody has their Friday night evening plans. Thank you very much for spending it here on Glycod. 28-6 is the halftime score after 24 minutes, and the Panthers will receive with the lead, and they will get the football back, moving it right to left as the Tigers about to kick it away left to right. And they'll do so with Gavin Harton. Harton, who missed an extra point earlier, will kick it away from the 40. Panthers in their black jerseys, white pants, black helmets. Hopkinsville comes up the road 4 hours.
It's almost like a bowl game, isn't it?
Yeah, and they were in their opposite uniforms tonight, white jerseys, black pants, and black helmets, as some late coaching going on by PRP before we start the second half.
Waiting on the chain gang.
And that gives us a second to let you know that tonight's game is presented by Allstate Insurance agents Thomas Allen, proudly serving Louisville and setting high standards for his service and his team providing to his clients. It's Thomas Allen.
Well, you asked about the Hopkinsville team. Look, they're out there just playing with their buddies, and you don't want to act like they're not a good team. They have some very good players. They're just missing a few pieces and some of the cohesion that they had earlier in the season that made them, more competitive. However, they're out there having a good time. It's football. Who doesn't love playing football on Friday night under the lights? Give me one more chance, please.
They talked a lot about the senior leaders on this team when I mentioned it to their head coach of Hopkinsville before the ball game in his pregame comments, and Mark Clark. He did not bring up Tristan Kay, who is only a junior, but man, you talk about some good receivers. We saw Sean Boykin earlier this year for North Hardin, who's a recruit to go to Louisville next year. But Tristan Kay has to be up there on top of the list of one of the better receivers I've seen this year in the state of Kentucky.
Well, he's very good. His size is going to limit where he can go, and that's unfortunate because that's not he can't help that, but he's going to go wherever he wants to go to play, and there's going to be a lot of people after him because he makes plays. How high did he jump over here, John? That was incredible in the first half.
He was all over the place.
He would have been hanging off the rim, I'm sure, in a basketball gym.
Well, folks, hope you enjoy. About to get the second half started. About to kick it away from the 40-yard line after a couple chain movements, and the coach is going out there to talk to PRP. Finally going to get to action.
I think we're going to see another onside kick, John.
28-6. Panthers on top here on senior night, the last game of Nichols Field. They will build a new turf here in Pleasure Ridge Park, a new press box. It'll be a whole new facility in 2024.
Also on that list is DuPont Manual Stadium and Mail and one other, I believe. So there's 4. Every year JCPS will be doing 4.
Something that I think is needed to be done.
Just to be competitive with the private schools around here.
So we're about to play football. We thank you very much again for joining us tonight alongside Kellen Barnes. My name is John Baldridge, and it will be an onside kick here by Harton. And laying on top of it right at the 49, crossing midfield, is the junior John Hammond, who has been active tonight. And the backfielder right there lays on top of it to get the Panthers offense the football.
Great job of getting up high to get it right at its highest pop. Now, yeah, again, hard to say if that was a turf field if it doesn't jump a little higher, John. But we'll see. We'll see next year.
First and 10 from the 49.
John, we want to look here to see if PRP just comes out. They just want to maul, run the ball.
Shotgun snap. They're going to give on first down up the middle, pushing towards the gut. Inside the 40. Keeping it here is Richardson. Down past the 30 towards the 25. Breaks it right side. Breaks off a tackle inside the 20. Down to the 19 in the red zone. And a very good 30-yard carry on the first play.
That was flashy. That was as good of a catch as Tristan K made right there. That was an exceptional run. The shaking, the shiftiness of Mr. Richardson there. Woo! Wow. That was nice.
32 yards on the run. And in the red zone of the 19, first and 10 cup coming.
He's kind of just gliding. That was impressive.
Dontre Richardson, who was the only back active last week, with no Page and no Blackburn. Still no Blackburn. He's expected to be back next week for this PRT team. Page is there tonight. They're going to fake this time to Richardson. Jones going to scramble right side, looking towards the end zone. Back corner, and it's incomplete. Looking for Deshaun Jarrett. Good one-on-one coverage there, and it's second down.
Yeah, again, that's your Darius Green. He's all over the place. It's great coverage there by Hopkinsville, and also they got pressure on Jones and flushed him out of the pocket to the right. He just kind of threw one up to the end zone. It was very good coverage.
11-12 left here in this third quarter. Second and 10 from the 19-yard line. Inside the red zone, Panthers have it, moving it right to left. One each way. Jones shotgun snap going to give to Richardson, and Dontre Richardson's wrapped up this time and doesn't get much, maybe 1 or 2.
Well, the Tigers came with a different stunt there. They kind of slanted the opposite way. They went against the way that they've been going the whole game, and the whole defensive line was in the backfield, ready to tackle Dontre Richardson.
It's been a windy night, but flags sit still right now here in Pleasure Ridge, as it's 3rd down and 7 after a 3-yard run.
Well, 3rd and 7. I still think you want to run the ball. You got a good kicker. You got a very good kicker, so he's already made several from this distance this year, and you got the win with you, so you don't have to throw here. We got a little unbalanced formation.
Need to get down to the 9. They have it at the 16. Nobody to the right, 4 to the left. They're going to get screen out there. This time, Richard, he's got blocks inside the 5, and he'll walk in for a Panther touchdown.
That's a great play. Just instead of pitching it to him on the sweep, they just lined him up and threw the ball out there. They got the blockers in front of him in the unbalanced formation. There are 4 receivers to the left, and he cruised into the end zone.
Dontre Richardson. And from 16 yards out, and with 10:19 left here in this third quarter, a quick score after the onside kick. They go 51 yards on the drive, and it's a 34-6 game with Sanchez extra point to come. Snap is good, the kick is up, and it is right through, and it is a 35-6 game. We'll take a break. Be back here in a moment on GlideCod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycon.
A 51-yard touchdown drive after an onside kick attempt to start the second half of play by Hopkinsville doesn't pan out, and Dontre Richardson out from 16 yards in to make it a 35-6 game.
He has 3 right tonight. Yeah,
3 touchdowns for Richardson. He's been active this evening.
Yeah, I mean they went to their bell cow and he scored the touchdown for him, John. I mean it's great play call, great unbalanced quads to the left and just flipped it out to him, and the Tigers didn't quite adjust the correct way.
Sanchez kicks out of the back of the end zone, and the Hopkinsville offense will start from the 20.
Now you can't have a letdown. You know, if you're PRP, you can't take a deep breath and say, all right, it's over, because you know Hopkinsville, their offense is a little bit, you know, they have some weapons over there. Defensively, they have a lot of things that they need to work on, but offensively, they know what they're doing.
So John Aiden King will come back out, the junior quarterback, and work here left to right and trying to get a quick score and fight back into this one. A team that will not make the postseason in Hopkinsville, trying to take something away promising from this year of 2023. They're going to hand on first down, left side, and maybe 2 or 3, but a good job by that edge by PRP.
Yeah, they went with the little fake the jet and hit in the backside off tackle, but PRP's got their eyes on their key on that play, and they did a good job rallying to the ball.
Artavius Moses, the ball carrier, who's been active back there tonight, also with Darius Green, who's really been their 1-2 punch. And they'll go with Moses in the backfield again on the I formation from the shotgun. Now they'll send Moses to the hip to the quarterback of King, and they're going to give to him on a little draw going left side, and there's not much. Stuffed again by that interior defensive line. Maybe back on the line of scrimmage, and it brings up about 3rd and 8.
Well, and that begs the question. You know, we haven't seen 16 touch the ball so far in this drive, and that really is a question that you have to ask why. But again, when 34 is in the game, when Moses is in the game, PRP is ready for them to run the ball up the middle, and now here come the Jets back in. They're going to spread them out to the sidelines, and we're going to throw it.
So they'll go from the gun, 3 out to the right and 1 to the left on 3rd down and 9. Need to get to the 30. Have it at the 21. The lefty shotgun snap by King. Going to throw left side. He's got his man complete. Actually just wasn't able to get his feet in across the sideline. Only would have got about 4 or 5, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, you know, and it's not a shame to punt here. You know, Coach, you know, you don't want to just hand PRP. I think that we really need to punt, yeah. Here, nope. See what they're bringing in. Yeah, they're bringing in the empty formation.
4th and 9, and they will go for it again, as you mentioned, and not even a consideration to punt the football away. 3 out to the right. And backed up at their own 21.
They're going to punt.
And now they will punt with King. It's a high boot, doesn't go far, as this will roll out of bounds inside the 40 in Hopkinsville territory. This will be very good starting field position here for PRP. We'll take a break. Be back in a moment on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycon.
Welcome back here. First down carry on 1st and 10 from the 38. Picks up a first down inside run there by Demetrion Page. About 15-yard gain as we run our 8:40 here in this 3rd quarter of play.
There they go, back to their little cutback, their little inside zone looking run there. And it's just a cutting back behind the inside technique, and a nice run there to start the drive by Page.
It was a really been all Panthers tonight. They got out to an early 14-0 lead. Hopkinsville did make it 14-6, missed an extra point. But since then, it's been 21 unanswered, and it's 35-6 right now as the Panther offense moving it again here at the 24-yard line. First and 10.
They look very comfortable out there against Hopkinsville.
They're going to give up the gut here on first down, and about 2 or 3 yard run there, and that was, I believe, Page.
It was Page again. Richardson's over here. I think he's going to take this drive off after carrying the mail the last drive. But, you know, they're just doing a good job. They're kind of overwhelming the inside, the interior of this Tiger defense.
4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6. Down to the 20-yard line. 7:30 to go here in the third. Shotgun snap taken by Jones. He's going to give this time to Page again, and Demetrion Page will be close to the first down. He needed to get down to about the 14, and he'll just be short.
Yeah, just a touch short there. I imagine you'll see much the same happen again. You know, PRP doesn't. You know, at this point, I don't think we're going to see PRP throw it too many more times.
Under 7 now. 3rd and 1 coming here from the 15-yard line. Inside the red zone. In a 35-6 game. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun snap. Throwing here is Jones, and it's incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, looking for Christian Yarbrough, I believe, over the middle. And it's 4th and 1.
Again, you have great coverage. I'm sorry, it's Iriel Leak. I apologize. Iriel Leak was over there, and he's having great coverage. There's a lot of hand fighting because they're playing some really tight man-to-man coverage out there. Hopkinsville is. A lot of hand fighting.
It's not a very long one they need to get. They will leave the offense on the field, needing to get to the 14. And Jones going to give to Page, and he's pushed back, but does he get there on a second lunge? We'll see. It's going to be very close. Hopkinsville thought they got off the field. Now PRP saying they got the first down. And they're going to give him the first down as John Bryant, the head official, points, and that will move the sticks.
Yeah, just straight at him. Again, overwhelming him inside. You know, just too much size for the Panthers tonight against the Tigers.
So down to the 14, 1st and 10. So they break huddle here with Jones. Yells out instructions from the shotgun. And he'll give to Page again up the middle on first down and inside the 10, down to about the 8 after a 6-yard run.
Yeah, and Coach Williams doing a great job of just managing the clock here, managing the reps. You know, you don't need to use Mr. Richardson on this. You can see him. He's standing right there by Coach Williams. Say, hey, Coach, we're getting close to that end zone. Let me get back out there for a couple more. But I think number 7 is going to stand over here next to Coach for the rest of the night. Mr. Page is going to knock this one in, and that is important for the Panthers because that will make the clock run.
Well, Kellen, it's senior night.
Yeah.
Demetrion Page is a senior.
He
has 3 touchdowns. I mean, not very often you have a chance for 4. Jones going to throw. He's got a man over the middle, is tight end and overthrows him. 2 defenders right there, and that was a risky pass, and it's 3rd down.
You know, I understand that call, but at the same time, you know, the Tigers have done a great job in pass coverage tonight. They're making Deron Jones look uncomfortable in the pocket against the man coverage of the Tigers, and I think you just got to kind of line up here and bully ball it in.
Saw the fake handoff. They decided to throw, and I'm really wondering why throw. I mean, I know you're, trying to get Jones a little more juiced up, but it's still at the same time you're already up 35-6. You already know who you're going to play next week. Lay off the gas maybe a little bit. Jones going to run, though, this time right side. Keep it. There's a late flag. Gets the first down. As looks like he's close to the end zone. He will be in there for a touchdown, but this looks like it's coming back.
Yeah, on that edge over there. Always on the edge, you get that hold. It's hard to explain how that happens if you've never played, but you get out there and you just feel like you can't let go. He's going to get your guy, but you just got to let go.
So holding there, a 10-yard penalty will push him back to about the 18 and bring up 3rd and long.
Well, again, you don't need to throw here. Right? You can run sweep. You've got a good kicker. The wind's at your back, right? So, use your kicker to your advantage.
5:25 to go here in the third. And a game that's trying to get to that mark of running clock. If they can get up another touchdown here, I believe that would be enough. It would be. They need to get up 35, already up 35-6. They're going to throw a screen left side on a quick pass by Jones. Got Richardson out there past the 10, down to the 5, and he'll walk in for a touchdown, but another flag down.
Yeah, it was a clear hold. The PRP receiver had a hold of actually kind of tackled the Tigers defender.
So back-to-back plays that ended in touchdowns because of back-to-back holding penalties. It's brought back, and it brings up third and much longer.
Well, and again, it's the same play that they scored on before, and it's a really good play because Hopkinsville is not adjusting to the unbalanced quads to the right side over here. But again, PRP just getting in their own way with the holding calls, and you just got to clean this up. You got to clean it up if you're going to beat teams like Ballard and Mayo and Manual and St. X.
5:21 here in the third now. 3rd and 18 coming. Jones going to throw in the pockets. Got a man left side. Leadley on Melvin. Back corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
Best throw of the night for him. Best throw of the night by far. Good play call by Coach Williams to get him some confidence going into Ballard. They pump-faked the quick screen, and Hopkinsville bid on it, and they had the streak to the end zone.
So back-to-back plays that could have been touchdowns because of holding penalties. They brought them back to the 21. And right there, a ball that floated up, back corner of the end zone, left side. Melvin runs under it. Dayron Jones, his first throwing touchdown tonight. And with 5:15 left here in the third, it's 41-6.
Well, and again, great play call by Coach Williams to get his quarterback some confidence going into next week.
Sanchez on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up and good once again, and it's a 42-6 game here at PRP. We'll take a break. Hopkinsville about to get it back next as the running clock will be on now here at PRP. We'll be back in a moment on Lycott.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
Victor Sanchez about to kick it away back here in the press box with Kellen Barnes. I'm John Baldridge at Nichols Field, 42-6 in Louisville, Kentucky. The Tigers taking it back inside their 5 as they're going to go out right side with it past the 15, but tripped up there at the 16 is Tristan Kay, and that's where the offense will start for the Tigers right there.
Again, PRP did what they had to do. You'll notice that the clock is running in the background. I hope you like John and I because the rest of this game is going to go very, very quickly. We have about 17 minutes left of us and then in our season so far for the regular season, John. I've had 2 games with you, man. It's been a lot of fun. I like coming out here, and I like to, Coach Williams is a very good coach, and we talk about this off the air quite a bit. But if you all out there in PRP Pantherland don't honestly know how good of a coach you have a great coach here in Louisville, Kentucky. He's one of the best ones, and you need to fight to keep him because he's a very good coach and a very good man.
John Aiden King will hand here on first down, a little reverse. That will go left side, and Darius Green out towards the sideline, towards the Tiger bench, picks about 1 or 2.
Yeah, and again, the Tigers going on the edge. That's what they got to do to be successful. They're a 4A team, John, and they're building for the future. You heard that Coach Clark talk about that earlier. And as we get into a running clock situation, you start thinking about next year. and you start thinking about, hey, they got the Tristan Kay, and they got the quarterback, John Aiden. He's a pretty good player now but they look like they're just now getting out of summer camp, right? They look like they're just now putting their team together, and where everybody else is in full season form.
Pick up a 2, 2nd and 8. King going to throw over the middle, a wobbly pass. It has a chance to be interception and not. Richardson had a play for it at the 35 to pick it off, but it's incomplete and it's 3rd down.
Well, he's looking for Kay again, and Kay did a heck of a job to keep Richardson from catching it. The 2 stars of the night keeping each other from catching the ball. But, you have some pieces there to work with if you're Hopkinsville, especially at the 4A level. I mean, there's good football at all levels. Like we talked about earlier with Woodford County. They're down there at that 4A level. And you got to really bring your hard hat in your lunch pail if you're going to win down there as well. So you just got to have all the pieces, and you got to kind of put it together and not have such an unfortunate season like they did this year.
As you mentioned, clock running under 3 minutes here in the 3rd. Shotgun snap, empty backfield. King throwing left side, looking for his man. It's incomplete. Good coverage over there. As he was hitting hard was the receiver. That was Kay, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, that ended up being triple coverage, and John Aiden's only looking for 16 now. So maybe look around a little bit more on the next drive. I think each team's probably going to have one more drive. So look around a little bit, get the reps in. Take this offseason seriously. Both teams, obviously PRP is going to go to the playoffs for Ballard, but if you're a Tiger and you're an underclassman, take this offseason seriously if you want to play football. Get in that weight room, get yourself ready to play the next season and come out ready to rebuild that Tiger pride down there in Hopkinsville.
Clock running under 2 minutes now. 4th and 8 coming here. It looks like they will make a late decision. We'll see if they decide to go for it or not, as PRP runs a player on late. 4th and 8 need to get to the 26, and a timeout will be used. We'll take a break. Also be back in a moment here on Glide Cod.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
Last season, Glycod streamed over 160 games. As our presence grows throughout Kentucky and Southern Indiana, we have a need for production, sales, and social media support. If you've ever wanted to pursue a career in the fast-paced world of broadcasting but didn't know how, these opportunities could be for you. For more information, please contact info@glycod.com.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over.
We've got
the right home
30
insurance
seconds.
coverage? Well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
A punt out to the 44-yard line on 4th down by the Tigers gives PRP the football back as we run under a minute here in this 3rd quarter play, and a run on 1st down by PRP. Gets about 5 or 6, and that should be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And it's been a very good one. It's been a very good football game put together tonight by the Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, they use their strength and their size to overwhelm the Tigers. And on defense, they did enough to. They just kind of stayed off of them and made Hopkinsville have to go the distance, and they couldn't do it. They just couldn't complete enough passes or complete enough good plays in a row to get the points on the board.
8-yard run on first down, and we'll head to the fourth. It's a 42-6 game here in Pleasure Ridge on Glide Cup.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence.
My sister,
From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast by sharing knowledge and professional guidance. Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience.
You can visit one of our 4 Kentucky branch locations, 2 in Louisville, Bowling Green, and Owensboro.
Oh yeah, you got all the subs there.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com.
15.
Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
New quarterback in for Pleasure Ridge is Dwayne Shaw, the junior. Checks in here in the fourth quarter, and he picks up the first down after a second and 2 throw. A little screen out right side. Moves the sticks as we run our 11:40 here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, at this point in the game, this is when all the sophomores and maybe some of the freshmen that are dressed, they start strapping up their pads and getting their cleats all tied up to get in, get a few reps, get on tape. It's always about getting something on tape.
42-6 right now. Pleasure Ridge on top. Final game of the regular season, trying to get to 5-5. Get ready for Ballard next week, and they're going to keep it on the ground on a draw right side. And moving forward is Page. Picks up about 6 or 7 as they go inside the 25-yard line.
Strong run there by Page. He's more the downhill guy. Richardson is more the speed and flash guy. Wow. Some of those runs by Demetrion Richardson, Dontre Richardson, apologize, were very flashy tonight. He's got some very nice and quick feet. And again, Page, more of a downhill guy, really powerful when he finishes his runs.
So we mentioned the final game here in Nichols Field in the press box, a new press box getting built. Alongside Kellen Barnes, I'm John Balders, and on 2nd and 3, up the middle, pushing 4, close to the end zone is Demetrion Page, and he's going to be about a yard short. He took it about 20, needed to get 21 all the way down to the 1, and it's 1st and goal.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting coming out to see the new field. I hope they do something really nice in the middle of the field. But a great run there, again, straight downhill by Page, and explosive when he gets going straight downhill.
First time Dwayne Shaw, I believe, has been put in action this year. They've gone with Dayron Jones back there, and he's taken all the snaps. Shaw going to hand off here to Page, pushing forward. It's going to be close, and he's in. Touchdown, Panthers.
Yeah.
Demetrion Page.
It's always good to get a game where you get everybody some reps at the end of the year. You get your stars play 2-3 quarters and get a little rest and going into the playoffs, and you get that feel-good feeling. You get that success feeling going into a game against Ballard, they got a heck of a defense, and you're going to have to play their backsides off to win that one.
So it's 48-6. Sanchez back out for his 7th PAT attempt. He's 6 for 6 so far. Hope I don't jinx him saying that. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is right through another beauty. And with 9:58 left here, we'll take a break, be back in a moment, as the Panthers are rolling here at home on senior night on Glide Cap.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycon.
It's been a fun night in Louisville, Kentucky. Senior night on hand. The final game of Nichols Field here at Pleasure Ridge Park. As the Panthers on top, 49-6 in the press box. Kellen Barnes, I'm John Baldridge. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, and we appreciate everyone doing so. And we're glad to call it for y'all as the Panthers about to kick it off. Left to right, back to receive is Hopkinsville. The Tigers will not make postseason play in 4A. 1-8 on the year, lost their last 2 games by 1 point in each game. Because so, they will not qualify for the state tournament. Meanwhile, the Panthers will take on Ballard next week as the kick is away by Sanchez taken back at the 15 and out past the 30 to the 33 as a good return of 18 there to start. And that's where the offense will start for King and the Tigers.
A good return by William Alston. But, again, as we talk about the end of the season for the Tigers, some of those senior guys, they're just they're playing out their high school career. This is not one that they want to remember, but, it's good to remember playing football and all the lessons that you learn from getting back up when you get knocked down and all the other lessons along the way about being on time and, being a man, about, showing up on time and being responsible for what you need to be responsible for.
As we run under 9:15 left in this fourth, have you ever played in a game or into the season where your season didn't go the way you wanted it to, and you have a tough loss like this tonight? Has it ever happened to you?
It's funny, my first and last seasons were, my first season as a 7-year-old, we didn't win a game, and then my last season in college, we didn't win. So it was ugly at the beginning and end, but in the middle there were a lot of fun things.
King going to keep it on the ground. The QB keep past the 50, down to the 45, breaking it down left side, and inside the 40, down to the 36, and what a run. Moves it inside PRP territory and got a lot more.
Well, we made some substitutions here, and some guys are not maybe warm or loose yet, and the Tigers are ready to get in the end zone. They said, we've been working hard tonight. We want to get a few of those crumbs that are left on the field.
So to the 36, 1st and 10 upcoming. 3 out to the right, nobody to the left from the shotgun. John Aiden King looking to the sideline, getting instructions. Now barking instructions, sending Moses to his right hip. He'll take the snap. The lefty going to scramble right side and trying to hit his receiver K in the flat. Had blocks out there, but it's incomplete on the screen.
Yeah, he's got to slow down and set his feet. He's so used to playing on the run because they don't really pass block. They kind of move him so they don't have to pass block as much up front. And so he's so used to throwing on the run. He just needs to settle down just a touch and make that throw.
The true faithful in here tonight, not leaving. Haven't seen any people head to the exits early, but even with the blowout. And it's a good crowd tonight.
It's senior night. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to watch the seniors go off, send them off well. Most of the seniors over here with their helmets off, unloosening the shoulder pads to cheer on the younger guys on the field, and hopefully stop the Tigers here.
2nd and 10 from the 36. They're going to keep it on the ground this time with Tristan K. He's going to go right side, break a tackle, down the sideline, picks up the first down and has a bunch more inside the 10, moves his feet, keep going, and is going to be in the end zone. He will, keeps his feet all the way in bounds, 36 yards and a Tiger touchdown.
Well, he just took advantage. He's really good, but he took advantage of the younger guys there. I'm sorry that you all have to listen to us on radio, but you need to see that run. He made 2 or 3 people miss. That was incredible, but he's an unbelievable player, and I'm sure Coach Clark will be happy to have him back next year. That guy's awesome.
Tristan K., the junior, as you just mentioned, plays both sides of the football. Only 5'5", 132, but right there has had an incredible game. Another incredible play down the sideline from 36 yards out. Gets second touchdown tonight for Hopkinsville, and it's 49-6, 49-12 as they'll go for 2. As King going to throw from the shotgun, scrambling left side's got a man. It's complete, and that will be a 2-point conversion as another reception there from 3 yards out. That was Tristan K. again, and it's 49-14, but a flag is down.
Well, it's a good job. The Tigers getting a little bit of, something positive to end the game on here. Going up against the backups for the Panthers. But again, that burst, that burst is unbelievable by Tristan K. Down the sideline. But it's really about PRP tonight, right, John, with their overpowering on the offense and on defense, really just kind of holding the Tigers at bay and forcing them to go the length of the field and taking advantage of it.
There's a dead ball personal foul as this is going to go on PRP. So this will push the ball forward on the kickoff. A score to keep note of right now, Manual and Mayo with the Bulldogs of Mayo with a 30-13 lead in the fourth quarter there on the road. And also St. X taking care of Kevin Wallace's old squad right now on the road in the third over top of Bowling Green 27-10.
Well, and then again, you have those silly penalties after the play, right, John? Just silly penalties. Now look, if this is a series, if this is Ballard next week in the playoffs, now you're backed up on starting on the 20. You've lost all the momentum from the score. It's just tough. You gotta eliminate those silly penalties.
Kevin Harton will kick it away. We've seen a lot of onside tonight. This one pushed forward from the 40 to the 45 of PRP. We'll see if they try to go onside again or pen them deep with 7:09 left after the touchdown. And Harton gonna kick it away deep, and this one is gonna fly out of the back of the end zone. And PRP will start at their 20.
Well, John, I'm not gonna say shocked, but I would be surprised if we see anything besides if we see Mr. Page taking handoffs. Well, you know what? It won't be him. It'll be the younger guys. As you can see, they've subbed all their younger guys out. You can see it's always nice on senior night to come over and sit down on the bench, loosen up your shoulder pads, and watch the clock tick out on a nice senior night for the people.
And Dayron Jones, who's taken a lot of hits this year, has been banged up, bruised up. Finally get some time off the field.
You just take the time off, relax a little bit. Like we said earlier, he wasn't really comfortable with the man coverage that he was seeing tonight from the Tigers. So you just reset, get ready for the playoffs.
So the backup, Dwayne Shaw, in for his second drive, and they're going to hand on first down. And not much, about 2-yard pickup as they get up to the 22 and it's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and looking forward to next week, Ballard is a whole different animal. They have plenty of size and plenty of athleticism. PRP is going to have to play really, really well up front. They're going to have to eliminate a lot of some of those silly mistakes that they made in their blocking schemes up front tonight. And also they're going to have to just really avoid those goofy penalties. After the play is over, they really have to just play a clean game and give themselves a chance to win.
5:50 to go. Shaw from the shotgun will hand to the junior John Hammond, and he'll go forward on second down. Won't get much. Barely back to the line of scrimmage, and it brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, and as the clock runs, hopefully Hopkinsville has a safe drive home. Yes, it's going to be a long one. It's going to be a long one, 4 hours, so they're looking at 1 a.m.-ish, maybe 2 a.m. by the time they get everybody on the bus. But have a safe drive home, and like we talked about earlier, all those juniors guys coming back. I mean, there's some guys out there that are going to play at some small schools. They have some good athletes that people are going to come back and say, hey, come play for us at this school, so-and-so. But that really take this offseason seriously if you want to be a Tiger. Make sure you want to be a Tiger and uphold that tradition that they've built over time.
3rd and 7 from the 23. They'll keep it on the ground. Page going to push forward. He'll have the first down up to the 30, and that will move the sticks.
Man, he runs hard, doesn't he? It's impressive.
Lowered his shoulder, kept his legs moving, got a little push from behind, and that's going to keep the clock moving as we go under 4:40.
Maybe one more first down. Maybe not. Let's see.
Stay with us on the post-game show. As you mentioned, a lot of high school football taking place as the playoffs start next week in Kentucky. We'll both be at different locations, have some games we'll break down where that will be in Glide Cod's schedule next week. Recap this one and get set for everything to come in the KSAAA high school football land here in America. And on first down, they're going to go up the middle, and there isn't much for Page, maybe a yard.
Yeah, and as we run out the clock, actually, John, I'm across the river in the metro area, but I'll be over there at Providence in the Indiana High School football playoffs. I'll be watching the Providence, those young men. I used to coach against them. I used to be over there at Jeffersonville High School for 6 years. It's amazing where coaching takes you in this world, but I coached for 6 years over there at Jeffersonville High School, the Red Devils, and we got to play the Pioneers several times.
I was there for a game this year, and they got a really good team. Providence looks very solid.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the playoffs. You know, the playoffs are always a different animal.
2nd and 7. They're going to keep it on the ground here with Shaw. A high snap, and he's busted into the backfield. Good job by that edge by Hopkinsville. A loss on the play, and it brings up 3rd and long.
Well, and again, you know, you're trying to get these guys some reps. And again, Hopkinsville, you know, they have some good players up, you know, scattered throughout the team here. And you're getting some guys, some serious reps against some of them are facing some very good players on the other side. I know it's hard to say that in a 42-6 blowout, but there are some pretty decent guys on the other side, just not enough tonight.
Loss of 5 back to the 28, and it's 3rd and 13. And you haven't seen Richardson this whole 4th quarter, and honestly, if you're a Panther fan, that's probably a good thing to hear. When you're up this much, trying to rest your guys, get ready for a big playoff game next Friday night.
Yeah, I would not let him back on the field.
2 out to the right, 1 to the left. And Shaw going to throw. Scrambling right side, flings one out there around the 45, and it's incomplete, but a flag is down as coverage was tight there, and it looks like we're going to get pass interference.
Pass interference. Now, remember, John, and it will be this time, but pass interference is not an automatic first down in high school football, but it will be 15 yards will make it a first down because it was 3rd and 12.
And that should probably seal the deal tonight as clock will run under 2 minutes, and I don't think Hopkinsville will use their timeouts.
No, we're looking at 1, maybe 2 more plays. The referees are very good at spotting the ball slowly in this scenario. They will make sure that the clock runs out and no one gets hurt.
1:47 to go. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Shaw will hand it off here from the shotgun, and a draw up the middle, pushing forward. Gets about 1 or 2 there is Hammond, and it's 2nd down. People making their way towards the exits, but a senior night crowd here that came out to see over 15 seniors. We got a chance to catch up with Nick Waddell at halftime, the athletic director. Talked about how these guys are great dudes in the classroom and on the field too, and it's good to see them go out on a winning note.
Oh yeah, it's always fun to be walking around, waving at the cheerleaders at the end of the senior night. Maybe stop at Taco Bell on the way home and grab a few tacos, catch a movie.
There's one right down the road, I know.
Sleep in a little bit tomorrow.
Shaw takes a snap from the shotgun and puts the knee down, and that will probably be the 2nd to final play of this game. 1 more play as we run under 50 seconds, and it's going to be a win tonight for this PRP team to go to 5-5 on the year. Hopkinsville will finish their year at 1-9. As one final kneel, snap is back, and Shaw puts it down in a final score of 49-14. As teams will come to the 50 to shake hands, and the Panthers will get ready for their game on the road on the east side next week, taking on the Ballard Bruins. We got a lot to come on the post-game show, though, as Kel and I will break this down, get you set for next week, and let everybody know what Glycod's schedule looks like. That's all coming up. Playing more way back here in a moment, as the Panthers win it one more time, 49-14 over the Hopkinsville Tigers.
And that is
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience.
You can visit one of our 4 Kentucky branch locations, 2 in Louisville, Bowling Green, and Owensboro.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side array.
For your surprisingly great home and auto rate, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I can't wait to see it.
Welcome back here as the Panthers wrap up the season in the regular season before they get set for postseason play of a win tonight here at home on the final game of Nichols Field over top the Hopkinsville Tigers, 49-14 in the press box. Back with Kellen Barnes, I'm John Baldridge. And Kellen, it was just a very impressive performance. They came out here, got an early 14-0 lead, and really never looked back.
Nah, they did what they needed to do tonight. They got their confidence back. They got the running game going, and just other than Dayron Jones, playing a little bit uneven tonight. The rest of the team played pretty well and should have a lot of confidence going into that game against Ballard.
When you talk about a Hopkinsville team, I know the season comes to an end. It wasn't the note you guys wanted coming on the road 4 hours up here to lose. But, there's a lot of promise. I think Tristan K looked very well. The quarterback comes back in King for another year next year. And a lot of things to look forward to for the 2024 season.
Yeah, and at their level, they're going to be competitive. They had a lot of honestly, they had a lot of spunk. That was the word I kept thinking in my mind. They had a lot of spunk. They had a lot of fire. They just didn't have a lot of, they look like we talked about. They looked like they were a team coming out of summer camp instead of a team that was a finished product at the end of the year.
Meanwhile, Tommy Williams down there cheering on his team. They're going through some final comments before they get out of here, celebrate this one on senior night. As mentioned, we're about 15 seniors on this roster for PRP as they win it one more time, 49-14. We'll come back, take some look around some scores around high school football on this Friday night as a lot of good games took place in the state of Kentucky. We'll be back in a moment here. You're listening to high school football on GlideCon.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. If you're a new or experienced agent and you would like to join Polo Real Estate, contact them at 502-702-7656. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com. Flycon on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Flycon.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycon.
Welcome back here as the Panthers celebrate senior night win to get back to 500. They're 5-5 on the year. Win over Hopkinsville tonight, 49-14. Back in the press box of Kellen Barnes. And Kellen, you've been in this stage. You get ready for postseason play. Is there anything a coach tells you, anything as a player you do mentally different, physically different, getting ready for a regular season game to a postseason game?
Well, you know, the excitement's ramped up. The week goes by super fast. Like, you can't even believe it's Friday night. You wake up Monday, and before you know it, you feel like you woke up the next day and it's Friday. You know, it just goes so fast, and you feel like you never have enough time to get it done. You know, you got to slow down a little bit. You got to take a deep breath. You got to enjoy it. And that's what we always talked about with our teams, to say, enjoy this, because not everybody gets to do it, you know, and not everybody makes it to this round or this round or this round. And just, you know, breathe it in, take it in. And when you walk out there on the field on Friday night, look around. You know, don't just look at the field, look around, enjoy it, have fun, and run fast and play hard and give all your effort.
Some scores around high school football on this Friday night. Mayo with a 30-16 lead, 2 minutes left there over top Emmanuel, and the great rivalry they have there. This one at Mayo this year. St. X on the road in the fourth quarter, 27-10 lead over top of Bowling Green. Eastern 35-21 at half over top of Dunbar. Game was held up long due to Dunbar injury timeout, so hope for the best there. Cal and Fern Creek trying to get a final on that. I do not have a number on that actually right now. Atherton, though, 18-7 lead, 8 minutes left there on the road, at Shelby County. Atherton on top. Ballard and Woodford County, the Bruins, who PRP will see next week. Ballard with a 40-21 lead on the road, third quarter there. And Holy Cross with a 27-0 lead final there as Holy Cross beats Butler. And Cal with a, got the numbers now, 36-0 win over top of Fern Creek and that action at Fern Creek tonight. When I want to get into the one thing real fast here, we'll dive into it maybe some more next week. I'll be at the game for Ballard against PRP. You will not be there. So what are your expectations you see going into that matchup? and what do the Panthers need to do to get it done and win that ball game?
So for PRP to win, they have to first of all eliminate all of the goofy things that they do after the whistle blows. They have to eliminate all the silly penalties. They have to eliminate all the wrong, the lineup wrong. They have to eliminate all those silly mistakes that are the correctable mistakes. Secondly, they have to clean up their play. They have to play a lot lower and more physical up front because Ballard is a very physical defensive line. And, they have to, and they're going to have to get a turnover or two from Ballard, Now, on the other side of the ball, defensively, Ballard they're good at running the ball, but they're not the greatest passing team. So I think you got to force them. You got to crowd the line of scrimmage and force them to throw it over your head. And hopefully, some go long, some go short. You get a couple turnovers, a few things go your way. That's not to say that PRP needs to be lucky. They have the talent to win that game, and they can. They just have to eliminate all those silly, unforced errors that they bring upon themselves. But they just got to focus in for a whole 48 minutes.
And from seeing their games, and I've been able to call a lot of them this year, I think a big thing is also Dayron Jones not turning the ball over.
For sure.
It's going to be exciting, though. We'll be there for that one next week. We'll dive into all the games Glycod has next week when we come back and also wrap this one up and give our players of this game and who really impressed next. You're watching high school football here on Glycod as the Panthers win tonight 49-14 over Hopkinsville.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Sarah Neely. I'm the financial manager at Mill Ridge Farm. Whenever you transition financial institutions, there's a tremendous amount of paperwork involved. Traditional banks streamlined this paperwork, and they just made it very simple. Traditional Bank is a locally owned bank that allows us to operate on an international platform. They make my life better, they make my job easier, and they make Mill Ridge a better place.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience.
You can visit one of our 4 Kentucky branch locations, 2 in Louisville, Bowling Green, and Owensboro.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Last season, Glycod streamed over 160 games. As our presence grows throughout Kentucky and Southern Indiana, we have a need for production, sales, and social media support. If you've ever wanted to pursue a career in the fast-paced world of broadcasting but didn't know how, these opportunities could be for you. For more information, please contact info@glycod.com.
You're tuned in to Louisville Football Friday on Glycod.
Panthers get off the 2-game losing streak tonight and they get back to 500 as they win it here on the final game of the regular season, 49-14 over top of the Hopkinsville Tigers. And wrapping up one more time the post-game comments, I'm John Balder alongside Kellen Barnes, and Panthers get back to 5-5. Kellen, who really impressed you in this game and tonight's most outstanding players? Always been presented by State Farm Insurance Agents Mike Shelton, Brian Morrison. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Who really caught your eye tonight?
That was Dontre Richardson. He was outstanding. He was gliding around the field. He looked like he was kind of skating on ice while everybody else was running in mud. He was really fast, flashy, lots of nice spin moves, and 3 really pretty touchdowns.
You also mentioned Tristan Kay, who really impressed you on Hopkinsville. I know they came with the loss, but, man, if there was one receiver out there that really caught my eye tonight, it was number 16.
I can tell you what, Coach Williams wants him up here in Louisville next week, because that guy is a difference maker. That guy is unbelievable. The burst that he has is unreal. And at 5'5", to go up that high and catch it, I'm still seeing. I'm looking right where he caught it right now. That's an amazing catch. The dude was at least 40-something inches off the ground. He was way up there. So an amazing player, and they need to build their team around him next year.
As you mentioned, you will be at Providence next week, as that's a 6:30 pregame show, 7 o'clock kickoff on Glycott on November 3rd next Friday. You're doing that game with Todd Carther. Is taking on Spring Valley. 7:30, you will be Madison Central and PLD. Who's PLD?
Paul Lawrence Dunbar.
Paul Lawrence Dunbar. My bad. I'm trying to, still trying to adjust all this.
Okay.
Right now.
That's a tough one.
We've dealt with PRP a lot
there in
this
Lexington.
year. All right, and then Great Crossings and Mail. I'll have PRP with Ballard. Me, myself, and Mike Shelton will have the call for that one. And North Oldham taking on Jeffersonville. That will be the late game on Friday. So a lot of good football taking place next week. Kellen, it's been a real pleasure to call games with you this year. It's been very nice guy, very joy to do it, and couldn't ask for a better partner for a couple times this season.
Thanks, John. Hopefully do a couple more next year, all right?
And then, of course, thanks for our staff here at PRB. I've done a lot of games here this year, so thanks for all their work, and we appreciate everybody listening. For Kellen Barnes, my name is John Baldridge. For Steve Bird, off-site running the news and notes and all our production stuff, we needed that done. We thank him very much, and our president, Chris LeBar. Signing off one more time as the Panthers get back to 5-5 and win it tonight, 49-14 over Hopkinsville. So long, everybody. Have a great weekend. A great Halloween, too. And have so long. We'll hear back with you next Friday.
Go Cards.
From Glycod, this has been IBEW Local 369 Louisville Football Friday. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Tonight's game was brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions. Commitment to quality. Polo Real Estate Group. A realtor you can trust. State Farm Insurance Agents Brian Morrison and Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Blunt Dental Group. Straightforward smiles. Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen. He puts you in good hands. Thomas Car Wash. And Holy Smokes Barbecue.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.